Little known fact, we're back.
We're back.
We did not have our last episode.
Yeah, that was just a joke for anybody watching.
Yeah.
It was April Fool's. That was the day we did it on, and that was the whole joke.
Maybe finish the entire episode, and you'll know that we're like, hey, we're just kidding. This is episode 21, Journey Unknown Podcast, brought to you by Rack Attack Outdoors. Scott here.
This is our first episode back since we quit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We fired ourselves, and we rehired in. It's a big signing bonus, too.
8 days in.
Yeah.
To the quit. Trevor, seeing you on the first couple, been gone for a
long time.
Hear me now, my God.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was gone for almost 4 months.
Yeah,
Working.
he's back.
Turned out longer than I thought.
Yep. Good to have you back.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back.
Really?
Happy to be
Good to
back.
see you.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Got our good buddy, old Hunter, over here.
Yeah, it's good to meet you guys. And,
Yeah. Hunter Hadley over here. Local boy, a little bit younger than some of us, but
A lot younger
I think
than
a-
Swilly.
but I look
yeah, a
older
lot
than you
younger
guys.
than Swilly. The only one with a full beard.
Yeah. He's got a lot of nicknames around these parts, like Paul Bunyan,
Yeah.
Tank Nat. I think it was one of them.
I was going to bring that up. Actually, I forgot. You messaged me this morning. I
Yeah,
forgot about it.
yeah. I told him, I said, make sure you throw in there
Tank
Tank Nat.
Do we want to?
I don't even know this one.
Oh, I'll say. Do we need to jump
it's-
right in?
It's very possible.
No, it's
Yeah,
because me and him at work were the two aggravators, and that's what he gets. Well, he mainly gets called that a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good.
It's kind of jogging the memory now.
Yeah,
I'm starting to remember people starting to call me that. That's probably one of the better ones,
It
though.
all makes sense now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Well, if you guys are listening to this, we'll already be past youth season. That's coming up as of us this weekend. I'm taking
2 days.
taking my girl out. Willie's taking his girl. How old are your kids?
Mine's 5 and 1.5.
So not quite ready yet.
No, next year. Next year.
Trevor may be taking his cousin out or going with me and Archer and Oakley. I don't know. Depends on the way the moon falls and the sun rises, I guess.
Yep. I'll
be a
be
good
in the
weekend.
turkey woods regardless.
Yeah, they're gobbling. They're doing their thing. You know, as much you guys know that I love turkey season. Like I can't wait. Can't wait. I am getting fired up. I mean, really,
Dude, I love turkey hunting.
I am.
I think that it's shifting for me as far as deer hunting. The hunt itself, to me, I love turkey hunting, especially if you're getting on birds and stuff. And I always liked turkey hunting better than deer hunting, the hunt itself. And now it's starting to get, I'm leaning deer hunting more. Turkey hunting I love. There's nothing bad about turkey hunting, but getting fired up, like especially having property now and like following deer for multiple years and
Yeah, it gets fun.
knowing like, hey, he lived, he died. Scott and I, public land, which I'm sure it's been talked about on the podcast several times, 165, 70 class deer easily.
Yeah, every day, all day. Not
Giant.
exaggerating either.
Giant deer that we were hunting. He has property to hunt on. I have property to hunt on, and we were hunting specifically that deer. Got hit by a car, and it is what it is. My heart was broken. The way I found
Yeah.
out was the craziest way possible. Scott had sent me a video of our buddy from Wisconsin, Derek, that had recorded a deer that was a mega giant, and I was showing that to a guy.
Oh,
that I
from
didn't-
here, yeah, from here, yeah.
That I didn't really know, and we were talking about deer hunting and stuff, and he's like, "Man, that deer looks a lot like the one that got hit by a car the other day." And a guy that I've talked to, no joke, twice in my life.
Yeah, fluke.
And he was like, "Yeah, it looks like this one." There was a guy that was holding both horns. There was only one broken antler, and it was chipped off like a 3/4 of an inch off the end. He's like, "It looks like that deer." And I said, "Unknown soldier's grave," and he was like, "Yeah, I got hit at unknown soldiers." Dude, my heart sank. I wanted
Yeah.
to throw up.
This deer possibly all
Giant.
67.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might have a photo of that deer. On my
Yeah.
phone.
Well,
Yeah,
I'd
my
like-
cousin
14
drives for
point.
UPS, or my cousin,
15.
15 point.
whatever it was,
Scoreable.
kind of like 20-inch wide kind of a deer ish. I don't know. It's kind of a bad photo.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll pull it up. He had kickers off the both sides of his base. Brad pretty much right above the base. It was on the brows.
Yeah.
You can't
kickers
tell,
off the
but the
twos,
deer was
kickers off the-
heavy. I mean,
Yeah.
it was an absolute
He was
giant.
he was a 10 point last year and probably a 145, 150 class deer,
Yeah.
and then this year blew up. And he had the same kickers
the
off of
same
his G
deer
of his
that I'm
brows.
thinking
So that's the reason why we knew it was him. And
This deer was kind of like I think
This is the deer that got
Lodi kind of.
Lodi's got some.
Lodi has some big
So
giants.
it was all because I was kind of interested on
Yeah.
if I
Well,
can get in on the deer.
Somebody the other day I was talking to had a picture that
We
had
hunted
splits.
Sorry, I'm talking over
You're good.
you, but 2 years. But that's ain't that a giant? And
That's
it's
a
got
tank.
Yeah.
We don't get those in
I was talking
east
to
side Carter County.
We don't either.
No,
I'm
like
telling
130
you, we
this
don't.
year is like
yeah.
140, 150 inch deer everywhere else around us.
I'll show you Hillman Velvet. This is Hillman Velvet.
Who was the catcher for Greenville that whenever Trey Porter played?
From are you talking
Green-
Craven or
Yes,
Friley,
yes. Wiley Friley. He showed me a piece. He thought he had that deer on picture in Lodi. It's got
Really?
split twos. Everything looks the same, other than like maybe the G2 on one side isn't quite right. Like it's very, very similar. But he's like, is that deer from Lodi? I'm like, no. He's like, dude, I have a picture that looks exactly like it. So you think they could have traveled that far? I'm like, is it impossible? No. But
unlikely, probably.
But after we zooming in, and I'm wondering if maybe the deer that he has is the one that you may have.
That's very possible.
let's see it.
Very possible.
Even Tony had a deer for not very long. Matt or another buddy Matthew had a deer for
Albertson,
a half
yeah.
second. And you don't get deer like that around here.
No, not
if
really.
I killed 125-inch deer for the rest of my life each year, I promise I would be happy. But Matthew, a buddy, Wyatt,
I'll be right back. If you guys have realized tonight that I'm alone and I'm a single dad.
parenting, only parenting.
Yeah, I'm alone with no one beside me. Lex is in Florida, so I got to take care of the kids.
No, I couldn't. Went through. I thought he sent it to me on, which I'm sure I have it on it because it'd be in
Saved
either a
somewhere,
group text or something. It'd be somewhere else. But this deer was, just absolute one of them dream deer.
Yeah.
And I got on my phone, got on Onyx, and I was looking. I'm like, man, it's all private, all private, all private. Like the closest place was like Coldwater kind of a deal, and it was like this ain't going to work. It was kind of a little bit north, I think, of Lodi, if I can remember. I'm not real familiar with the area other than driving on 67.
Yep.
But it was just one of those deer that catches your eye really quick.
And that's the thing about like the difference between turkey hunting and deer hunting is like when a turkey gets hit on the road, you're not like, man, that was my turkey. It's just a turkey at the same time. And that's what we were talking about on the way up here. Like turkey hunting and deer hunting are awesome, but you don't have the satisfaction like killing something like that with a turkey.
You brought that you brought that full circle. That's what I was getting at. And I forgot that was the point I was making.
Yeah, we was all just talking before the podcast about how
that back around. Good job.
Sometimes we get on these rabbit trails and we forget where we're going with them. But
I do that too all the time.
that's why we all help each other out here. But no, that is
the trophy of the turkey is not. I love to kill a big turkey, whatever, double beard, blah blah blah. But the hunt is this absolute
It's
to
the
me
experience.
tops the deer hunting. But I love the trophy of the deer.
Yeah.
Like it's just a
It
bragging
lasts
rights kind of
longer.
deal. It lasts longer.
Yeah.
It's something sitting on your wall. A turkey just sits there and collects. I got one that I do not take care of, and I should because it's my second turkey I ever killed, and it was a double beard. And I do not take care of it. It looks like a big old puff ball of dust.
Mine does too. I don't even know where it's at right now. I think it's by the stairs when you come down from the upstairs.
It's kind of hard to see. You got so much deer
Yeah.
and everything else.
I've got some of the turkeys still in a fridge at my old place. It's cool in the moment, but like the next day, it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
try to do another one. If not, like deer season's coming up quick.
Yep. Like last year, I killed this. It's one of them red face, color phase turkeys. It was a pretty bird, and I got that sucker sitting in my freezer still. I'm wanting to do like a coffee table, and then like with the coffee table have the one of them feather picture frame mount deals,
like a lacquer over or something.
I want it set down in,
Sweet, yeah.
and then like epoxy it.
I saw a video of that yesterday, like a
sweet.
big turkey, like a big fan, maybe not a fan, excuse me, a feather, and they'd done like some old bark and stuff in there. Dude,
yeah.
People are
that looks so
creative,
cool.
man.
Like if we could do that for the
not my
podcast
idea.
table,
Well, no,
I think we need that for a pod table.
Yeah,
Not my idea, but I do like the idea. Now then, with me, I can't even build a birdhouse.
I know. I always had these
can't.
crazy ideas, and then it's like, oh crap.
I'm a
I
chicken
can't do
coop
that.
builder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can build a mean square box with some fence around it. That's
Yeah.
People
I can
are
drive a
talented.
bunch of nails in something.
Yeah.
It's
Like
it ain't
gorilla
gonna
welding
look
the wood house, man. Just like nails out the wazoo.
Where's that picture? I was going to show you that color phase. It was pretty.
No, but Hunter, for his age, he's very. That's why I wanted him to come on tonight, right with turkey season coming in and stuff like that. Like, you know those people that are killers, and then people like me that just like to hunt them.
I didn't really start killing bigger deer and probably till like his age. It was when I got home.
2020, you killed your.
And
12
2019 is when I killed this one, and after him, I've only had like one dry season, maybe.
20 last year or 2 years ago, and it was a horrible season for all of us.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I've been pretty lucky, but I put a lot of time in. Like my time ratio to what I kill, it doesn't add up. Like if it wasn't for me putting in all the time, I can't out hunt somebody have a wet paper bag. Like I just get time.
That's a
brown bodied, even in like the veins.
How heavy is that
look
bird?
Look at that! Look at the.
I don't
That thing
ever weigh
looks
them.
huge. Oh man, I thought that was a log. Dude, that thing bred with a freaking hawk.
It's a pretty bird, and like in the veins of the wings, they're orange.
Yeah,
It's a very unique bird.
Yeah.
And
So
when I first get, I
Would
didn't
that
know
be
when
from
I shot it.
would that be from the winter time, like how they'll freeze like a bearded tip, how they'll freeze in the
get
snow?
frostbite on
Will
the
that be like?
beard
Could that be
ride or
from that?
whatever?
Or?
Talking about, does it have? I couldn't even tell you if it had.
No,
beard.
no.
Oh, you're
Oh, I
talking
don't
about
know.
the feathers.
The feathers,
general,
yeah. Like,
yeah.
what would make that? I wonder.
Well, it's just
It's almost like a Mary.
Well, from what I read, now then, take this with a grain of salt because
Yeah.
I can't read very well and understand things.
You could have bring that down just a little bit too.
Yep.
Sorry. No, you're good.
Got a touchdown.
You take this right here and do a little bendy. Just bend her straight down.
All right.
There we
I
go.
just don't want to break nothing.
No, you won't.
bit
Dude, these
more
things, I knock
expensive,
these
but
things off the table. I mean,
Yeah.
like crazy.
So from what I read, it's a red-faced turkey and
Red phase or red face?
phase.
Phase?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're kind of they're kind of a little bit more unique than the albino, and they're kind of more rare than the smoke phase.
Really?
From what I read, I don't know.
I've never seen
I'm
one.
not sure they kill one of them smoke phase ones.
Pause for a second. I love turkey hunting, but I've never heard of a red-faced turkey.
I hadn't either.
Yeah, so elaborate.
Well, what is
It's a
I mean, it may be just as simple, but I haven't heard of that. But
Yeah.
like,
it's. I mean, you know how the smoke phases are. They're white, black. Just
Yeah.
kind of like mixes in a lot better.
I hadn't heard of
And,
that either, but I'm also not in turkey. I'm not in turkey talk. So.
I mean, it's just like
know what
a
I mean?
piebald deer.
Yeah.
I mean, albino and all them other deer that I don't know if they're even real. Some of them say there's black ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Somebody shot my goat.
AI. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I just from what this one is, and I have found other photos of other ones. The body is brown instead of black. The wings are got that red tint, orange tint, kind of like it had.
Yeah.
For some reason, they just call that just a red faced turkey.
Okay.
really, it's definitely unique.
Yeah, yeah.
Regardless,
It's not-
of,
it's not
regardless
normal.
of what it is. Yeah,
Right.
it's unique, especially on like the wings, the way it tips out like that is very very unique.
Is did that one that Brett's boy killed, Cody? Was that one a red face? Have you seen that one? I remember it
feel
was
like you showed me a photo of that, but I can't really remember.
I remember it had a lot of like more bronzy, lighter color to it than normal turkeys. It was like more of a blonde. What are the turkeys that have like the white tips on the fang?
Merriam.
Is it Merriam's? Yeah. It looked more kind of like that. Than,
And then like the Rio, they're also a little bit
It's like a
creamy color because like your Marions are more like a blonde white. Because I've got that one up there is a Rio. He's a triple bearded Rio.
Yeah.
I got lucky as lucky can be on him, but
Yep.
yeah, they're kind of tipping out pretty on top of the wings, feathers.
Very pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. And then like those Mexico birds, Gobble,
Oh,
whatever. They're like
Oscillated?
Oh, is
no,
it
that's Florida.
Florida's also
No,
there?
no, that's Osceola, isn't it?
Osceola. The
Osceola.
oscillated. That's
I thought that
South
was
America.
Mexico. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's South America.
I don't
yeah.
know. Some people
So
are gonna be
there's
watching this like
Rios.
these guys don't know nothing.
Yeah,
the ones
but
in Mexico, they look like some weird.
they look
pretty,
like
but they're
they
weird.
look like a peak, mixture
peacock.
of a peacock.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
look
the
at
South America. That's the oscillated or something
Oscillated,
like
yeah.
that. Osceola's Florida.
Yeah, there's Eastern, Rio,
Yeah, oscillated.
Osceola, and
Oh, them sucker. Have
They
you
look like
have
a
you heard one
peacock.
gobble?
No,
The oscillate or whatever. They
so-
don't.
Yeah.
You don't call them in. You kind of like sit over
you-
feed from what I
Right.
can
Do
tell
you
or
know
something like that.
Bo Brooks, he came
yeah.
out with he came out with that. It sounds
It
so
sounds like
nobody's
a,
ever made a
sound
call
right.
for it.
sounds like a turkey gobble on dubstep, kind of like electronic.
It don't make sense to me. It's like the prettiest. It's a peacock turkey looking thing.
Yeah.
They're the prettiest thing in the world, but their heads are freaking awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they are blue with orange wattles on top of their head. I mean, it's like sucker's got scabies or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I hate scabies. No, no I'd rather kill the homegrown around here or whatever.
Easterns.
Like you're used to chasing these birds. Man, turkey hunting the last couple of years has kicked my butt.
Well, you're not the only one. I mean,
And
one day you can, man, like, I'm in 2 birds, you know, I'm doing pretty good. And you go like 4 days of not hearing anything.
Yeah.
Gobble,
And it does.
or not gobbling off the roost at all.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, from what I can gather, like just from myself and other turkey hunters, I will say that Hunter puts in miles. Like when you talk about just normal people turkey hunting, you're going to Pinecone, you know, hitting the red. He's going to like Ellington, almost dang near to Branson to try to find a turkey. You know, like
I'll drive some miles just to try to find birds. You know, and I'm not the type of the guy to stick with one bird. I mean, I know some guys are like, "That's my bird. I'm gonna hunt for the year." No, not me. I'm gonna go find one that thrill of the hunt.
You're educating a bird every time too, so your chances are slimmer as well.
I've done that a bunch. I go after the same bird.
Have you ever hunted around here? Well, Greenville area.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
I mean, around Henson's Farm Supply, I've hunted a little bit around there.
Okay. On 67. Yeah. So on Greenville side of 67, the day before yesterday, there was 2 birds hammering it off of the highway. If you're going south from 67, there's 2 birds. Where we deer hunt more. I've never turkey hunted there a day in my life, but there's turkeys gobbling there for sure. I don't know how much people are, but they were hammering it for 2 hours. Across the Greenville Bridge, immediate right, or you come off of JJ to get out on top of the hill. There's turkeys gobbling.
FF up there.
I keep saying JJ.
Yeah, JJ's
right.
here.
It's FF. This is JJ. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's government ground.
Yeah, it's like it's all government there. Corps of Engineers.
I will say.
I was going to ask you if it was Corps. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Private, I don't know whose it is. Just hunt it.
Yeah, it's all good.
The best hunting's on the other side of the purple paint. I've always been taught that.
Well, I've always heard, like, my uncle owns a lot of land. His name was P.O. Stead.
I said that the other day.
Yeah.
And we are lucky, though, in Missouri.
Very lucky.
I've realized that more, probably honestly in the last, like, year and a half. On X, when that started becoming, you could realize there's a lot of land around where I live my whole life that I didn't know was
no kidding.
public. Yeah, a lot.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
We're very fortunate with having, I mean, hundreds and maybe millions of acres. And, like, we're planning a trip to go to Tennessee this Monday. And I was kind of getting on the Onyx yesterday and trying to find somewhere where I probably should go. Well, there's quite a bit of ground out there that's government. But it's like drawed hunt kind of stuff, and I didn't know they did all that. But then you get like these tracts that are like 3,000 acres, 4,000 acres, 22,000 acres. 22,000 acres sounds like a lot, but really it's not a lot, especially if their bird population's like ours. Yeah. I'm going to cover that in 2 days. I mean,
so is everybody
maybe
else.
Quicker than that. I mean, I don't know really.
Right.
But
with a few days, you could dang sure get it.
Well, the reason why I say is, I kind of like, I don't know. I have good patience, like when I'm working a bird or whatever. But if I'm trying to listen for one, stop listening at the road, hoot owl, whatever, and nothing, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I am running and gunning. A lot of times I leave my vest wherever I'm at, get to crawling. I get dirty with them things. I try to anyhow. But
have you ever hunted out of a blind on a field turkey hunting?
I have, but like
I don't think I've
me
ever
personally,
I haven't either.
I haven't done it for myself. Like it'd be youth hunting, or
I'm
when I was a kid, youth hunting. That's when I ever do that.
The only time I've ever been around a blind and a turkey is during rifle season, full orange. You'll be like standing up looking at the turkeys. I've had them walk so close that I lose sight in them from the window of the blind. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I can't kill a turkey to save my life in the spring, and then rifle season comes along and they're like looking in your window trying to get my freaking Honey Nut Cheerios I have in my bag.
Sitting in a deer stand, though, I mean, I've tried to kill them things.
They're hard. I killed one with my bow.
They're so hard to even get stood up. Even if you know they're coming a long ways away, you get stood up.
Well, there's always like 10 of them dang things.
You talk to some people, like, oh, yeah, I kill them things all the time. They're like, crossbow, aren't you? I was like, yeah. I'm like,
are you a crossbow fanatic?
No.
He likes it. No.
There's a benefit to the things, but I'm still the old style of if you have medical, whatever. But
hey, we're on the same page,
if
Jack.
you can draw, you can shoot.
Yeah.
My dad is 63 years old and still shoots a compound, and he is broken down.
Yeah. There's going to come a time really soon. You know what? He's dadgum earned that thing, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for his dad and my uncle are the only reason that I have any inkling for turkey hunting. Like, I enjoy it.
Hunting at all, period.
Really, really. Like, it's part of the reason why I'm so serious. You know, I took like what they taught me and just I seen their passion, and they like to more or less like they like the thrill, like the kill. I like the thrill of more of like the hunt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I don't care to go out and kill.
Challenge.
Yeah. Like if they're like if whatever season it is, like they're gonna kill their limit, like pretty much guaranteed. I like to take a little bit harder approach in a lot of ways, just to try to. I don't know. I guess it's more of like a learning thing too. Like just let me see what I can do and can't do, and it just makes it harder. And I'm also not very good at all of it, so it creates a struggle. But I don't know if it wasn't for them. Seriously, I don't know what I'd be doing.
I couldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be hunting if my dad didn't. It's literally like a bonding thing.
My dad didn't do that, so I've always used your dad for that.
Well, I mean, like anything that you do that is harder is always the benefits are gonna repay.
More rewarding, for sure.
You know, I think that's what keeps me bow hunting and even chasing turkeys. Like I said, I'm not the best turkey hunter in the world, but I will chase them suckers till I die.
The thing is, when you go 4 days, like you said, not even hearing a bird, after years and years of that, man, it kind of gets to where it's like I don't even want to get up. I'm like, well, the pressure's good, the morning's good, the sun's shining. Like I didn't hear a bird last 3 days. It was doing that, and it's kind of tough. And then you go in and you don't see one, or you bump two off the roost at 9 o'clock. How many times have me and you walked through the woods?
Think about when we all went last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
And that turkey was on the roost still, and we didn't realize that it shut up, but it was gobbling. Me and him were like snuck up to this little knoll. And
we were within like 75 yards of this bird.
Yeah, like definite, like certain choke gun range, definitely 22 Mac. No, no, but
we about could have.
It was what 10
it was late in the morning,
and then finally I was just like, man,
we were down there from daylight.
Yeah, daylight.
Forever.
I gotta pee, and then it flew off the roost, and it's
so
demoralizing when you bust a turkey and you're like, man, I should have known better.
Well, and we weren't like over calling. I mean, there's times I'm like, maybe it's been a while.
Word for an hour.
No, because we did locating it. He was just hammering on its own, but we did hear some hens with it. So we're thinking that he left with the hens.
Yeah.
And finally he stood up to take a pee, and like he's like, I'm just gonna, like, he walked right kind of towards me. I'm on a tree here, he's on a tree here. He kind of walked this direction, and he just like hunkered down, and I'm like, whoa, he's like, that turkey was right there.
He shot gobbled.
Yeah.
And then I looked
Yeah,
up
he
and
did.
saw
Yeah.
him.
He saw him and got
it was
spooked.
65, 70 yards in a tree.
They're frustrating.
I had to hunt just like that last year, and I knew this bird's been getting hunted quite a bit. But anyways, I got in there, and I knew where the bird was at. Started gobbling, so I started going in there. And have you ever had a bird that you thought might have been on the ground but wasn't too for sure because it was still kind of early?
Yes.
Anyhow, they were just turning.
A lot.
Yeah.
And they just sound like they were going, like, physically going up and down the ridge.
Absolutely.
And this ground's, it's just rolling hill. It's not steep or nothing. So it just sounded like he was just going back and forth this ridge. So I was working the bird. I really don't know the time frame, but say 30 minutes to an hour. Well, if they ain't gonna come to me, I'm gonna go to them, kind of a deal. So I'm belly crawling, and it was about 9 o'clock at this time, and all of a sudden this sucker just pitched out in like 50, 60 yards. This sucker just pitched out of the tree and goes. I'm like, you son of a gun! Like, why did I not know?
Yeah,
because for a while there he just kind of stopped gobbling, but I still kept on going. Usually you probably shouldn't have kept crawling, but I did because I could hear him drumming, and no, he just pitched out of the tree.
It's
and
crazy.
I was like, I wasn't too mad about it because this was behind my house. I could hear this bird from my house, and that's always been a dream to hear a bird from my house. Growing up.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't too mad, but it actually worked out. got a few birds behind my house, kind of a deal.
It's crazy how the change of their head can throw that gobble, and it makes it sound like they're like way away from you.
You ain't lying.
Yeah,
that's the
It's
truth.
weird how when they get in with that 60 to 50, you can like hear
the
Feel
bass
it?
tone.
feel it,
Feel it?
you hear the
Yeah.
bass tone,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's totally weird, and like that's when I know, like, all right, safety off.
Yep.
I'll get to
It's getting ready
shaking
to
like
happen.
crazy, man. It gets me excited. Like I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm cool as a cucumber when a turkey comes up.
No.
I'm all sorts of a mess.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is fun, and whenever you're on birds and you're able to hear birds or at least work them a little bit, that's a successful morning. I mean, really, like that, I enjoy that because while you're doing that, I'm looking for antlers, I'm looking for deer sign, I'm looking for morels. Like I'm not just out there turkey hunting. I'm utilizing that time to try to capitalize on that and gain some intel.
I have found some really good deer hunting spots, turkey hunting.
Oh yeah, man.
Good sheds. I mean, it's really a good scouting
It's a
deal.
good. It's a
if you
good
pay
time
attention.
frame.
It is.
In spring, you can learn a lot about just being a woodsman.
Well, think how many miles you put on the ground chasing them suckers, and if you pay attention while you're going over them points and stuff
I used
like
to
that.
mark like how far I would go each trip. For main thing, turkey hunting, I can get lost.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
especially in the dark, you're trying to chase one, or get to a spot, whatever. If you're new from there, because I'm always traveling somewhere. You know? And if you don't know the area and stuff, you can, especially in flat ground like pine cone. It's thick, it's flat. You will get lost quicker.
yeah.
I got a bad story with that. Like, have you guys ever been lost?
Yes.
Like,
I've been lost in
Anakin,
Mingo.
Mingo, I guarantee
Yes.
that would be a sketchy place to get.
Luckily, I was with
lost.
somebody, but we were lost
I got lost
tracking a
twice.
deer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guarantee tracking a deer,
Yep.
you'll get lost
Yep.
because you're not paying attention at all.
Yep.
And
I've been lost one
I
time
don't
by
know
myself, and I had a climbing stand stolen. It was the weekend after youth season. I think it was after youth season. I went in back to a spot on some public, and I was down there on a 4-wheeler, and I'm like, man, where's my? I thought I was lost then, not finding my stand. Finally, I found the marks on the tree, and I'm like, well, maybe I got lucky, and they're like, I'm gonna hide his stand. I just kind of drove around this point. Next thing I know, I couldn't find my way out. I could not find my way out. 4-wheeler kept dying. Like I was freaking out. I was probably
there's no worse
I was
feeling.
like maybe 14, 15 years old. Like I was just
I think
Man.
I remember that happening.
yeah. It was dad's stand, his old Summit.
Junior high / early high school.
Yeah. Cause dad's like, hey, I wouldn't leave that stand over there. You're gonna get stolen. I'm like, well, nobody's going down there. They had a deer camp there.
Yeah. 100%
Yep.
pack your stand out every
Yeah,
time.
which is annoying, man.
I know
I
it's
just,
annoying and clanging and clanging.
that's why with these, I'll take them
I
with
switched
up and
one
down.
this last year.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Wasn't too thrilled about it because I didn't want to spend the money.
They're-
I'm always,
it's
if it
kinda
ain't
like-
break, don't fix it kind of deal.
Right. These here, it's almost better to cry once and buy once because they'll last forever. But if you spend something like quality, you're going to use it.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that slogan? I like it. Cry once, buy once.
Oh, I've heard it a lot.
Try one.
That's what I always tell my wife. But I usually I'm going to buy the cheaper one. And I buy like 4 times,
Yeah.
and then I get
That is true.
scolded.
So the only reason why I bought one is because I got drawn for that James Reed refuge up there in where was that? Kansas City. But
Oh, really?
yeah, I can't remember what the
We got
town
drawn
that
for
we were in.
what we get drawn for? Whetstone.
What's the,
Yeah.
holy crap? That is a
I know.
dream. Right
I'll
there.
tell you what.
I got a buddy
It's-
that's
it's better
like,
to go
every
bird
year I'm
hunting.
putting in, and he's got like
We got
10
drawn
to
the
14
First
points.
year, man.
First year together.
Oh, my
I
buddy
was thinking
Matt
about
Sandage
that.
will hate you guys.
Dude, there's a guy that's been working there for 20 years, and he got first
Yes.
time he got drawn.
Yes. Oh, he did
know,
get
And they're
drawn.
like,
Still
and they're like,
hadn't been
oh, hadn't
drawn.
been drawn.
No.
The guy we talked to is 7 years, and they're like, how long you guys been putting in for? Trevor's like, I put our name in, and we got drawn. He's like,
One.
what?
Yeah.
And me and him
So how was
as a
it?
group, terrible. Absolutely. So here's I was thinking about this today. I got frustrated today. They closed everything. So here's the deal. I know we're kind of going all over the place, but like before we went, we called to due diligence. Like, hey,
Make
we're gonna
sure
we're gonna
that
be
we were
we're gonna
following
be
the
filming.
rules.
Yeah, we're gonna be filming. Can we allow all this, and this? What? And we're gonna buy an e-bike. They're like, I don't think you can take e-bikes. And they're like, let me check with somebody else. And they checked. They're like, nope, no e-bikes on anything that has a gate across the road. You can drive them on like the main gravel, whatever. And these are all right. Like, well, we can get a couple mountain bikes. Calls them. We're gonna get mountain bikes. Nope, can't take mountain bikes. Walk-in access only.
Anything with tires.
Yeah, so
My
we're like,
shoes are rubber too, buddy.
yeah. Well, we're like, well, whatever. Like, can we bring? I got a deer cart. Can we bring a deer cart? And again, had to call. I'm like, well, let me make sure. And he calls back. Yeah, you can bring a deer cart. I'm like, cool. Well, we're going to go scout this area. And we found a spot that's a campground in the middle of like what looked good on the map. Well, sure enough, we got down there and it was good. We saw a big buck, saw a lot of sign. And I'm like, man, if we can walk, it's a 3/4 mile walk in. I'm like, maybe not everybody's from the gate.
Have to carry all of our stuff.
Yeah, like, well, if we can do that, like maybe we won't be messed with. And we go up there and scout and kind of telling ourselves here, we go scout before season. Come to find out, you're not allowed to scout before season. And then they're like, oh, and you can only camp in 2 designated campgrounds, nowhere else. What happens when we get up there? Campgrounds everywhere, and people on e-bikes. They're passing. We're walking a mile in, and they're just zooming by on e-bikes.
After we've been up,
I'm like, you got to be kidding me! And we're the only ones that got checked by the game warden. He shot a doe, and we had to get put it in the cooler, and had to put a paper slip on it. We didn't know. She's like, you guys are good. Appreciate you guys being compliant. And then the next morning, we meet some guy from Colorado who'd walked like 2 miles in, and we were walking uphill a long way. I'm like, man.
He was walking toward us. We were walking for them. He had walked further.
A lot farther. And he's like, man, I wish I would have known we could have brought an e-bike. I would have brought mine. And we're like, you're not allowed to. He's like, well, tell everybody at camp. He said, there's like 10 e-bikes over there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, crap. I'm like, well, we're heading here. Blah, 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 blah. I picked out 3 spots. He's like, no, they all just took their bike. They're already there. I'm like, son of a gun.
So what you're explaining is like literally almost the same thing of James Reed place. Like, it was so unorganized. Like, their gate is supposed to be closed at such and such time, and this is right smack dab beside Kansas City. So this place is the hiking place for everybody from Kansas City to come hike. And this place, when we first pulled in the day before the season, we're going to drive around, look at how it laid. It was like 3,000 acres. Ain't that big?
That's what this was too, wasn't it? 3 or 5? I think it was 5,000 acres.
Yeah. So we're driving around, and me and my buddy that did work with, he just quit not too long ago. We're both driving around. We're like, I bet we've seen 50 to 200 cars. I mean, it just blew my mind how many people were there, and they were all walking around on the trails. Yeah. And it was like, we're not going to see anything. And then as soon as it got dark, it was like, I mean, crazy. I mean, there was deer everywhere.
We'd see deer after dark.
Yeah. It was very heavily populated with deer.
Yeah.
But I was telling Dustin, I have told Dustin before, towards the end of the hunt, it was like a 3-day hunt, and you get like 2 doe tags and a buck tag. So I'm walking around, and I'm walking the edge of the property. Well, there's a bunch of Russian olives, kind of brush kind of deal, and I'm walking through there, and I'm like, I always say it looks like I'm looking like Elmer Fudd. And all of a sudden I'm starting to hear somebody talking. I'm like, where's that at? And then it gets closer, and I kind of like look under, because there was no undergrowth. There was just wherever that was at, it was just kind of pirate, and I could see it, and I could see sidewalk and asphalt. And then I see legs. I'm like, I'm walking around with this muzzleloader. I'm going to shoot whatever kind of, jumps up, whatever. And didn't know that there is a subdivision literally right there.
Wow.
Like, I got to get out of here. But it was good hunting.
Didn't you see a big one right there?
No, I didn't see a big one right there. But I was seeing a bunch of deer. Like where I was set up, where I was shooting towards was right there where I was talking about, which I've been shooting towards that subdivision. It was crazy to me though. But like back on how unorganized this place was, like I guarantee I could have shot a deer, drag it out, skin it, whatever, got out of there without getting caught, and went right back.
Same way.
Yep. Never getting checked.
No,
yeah.
And I mean they had a guy sitting at the beginning of the gate to make sure no one didn't have their paper in their dash deal. But
there's no signs. There's little bitty white signs, little bitty white ones that if you don't pay attention, it tells you like the rules and regulations.
Did we go up 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row.
You guys drove all the way up
Saw
there.
15 deer between the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
We each killed a doe on spot and stalk, basically.
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
And
bow or muzzler hunt?
Bow only.
Bow only.
And but you can dog hunt in there for pheasants because we had a guy walk up on us and didn't give 2 shits that we were hunting.
And we were in orange.
I was so mad. We wore orange because there's enough people walking around.
Opening day of.
It was a doe season. It was youth season. Yeah, youth season.
Yeah.
That's like the holy grail place up from I always hear.
I know,
170-inch deer get killed every year.
There is big deer. I'm telling you what, we have never seen so much buck sign combined in our life.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Now, this is central Missouri, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 4
Jeff
hours.
City kind of area or something?
It's over by Columbia.
Kind of
Okay,
just
so
east of Columbia, kind of middle of the map.
I have a picture on my phone of Scott standing next to a rub with a rub taller than him.
I'm 5'10". It was,
Elk style.
dude, it was
Yes,
tore up. It
yes.
was a vine.
That's like Peck Ranch. You
Like,
go up
it was
there and you
big
see this
around.
pine tree.
Yeah.
You know, tie size. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways, and you're like,
And
that
any-
can't be no
anybody-
deer.
I did see a really big deer up there.
Yeah,
It'd be
we'd seen
hard
a few
to
bucks.
Guess the like it was just in a 45-second time frame, getting different angles, but it was a really big buck.
Yeah.
And saw a couple of decent deer, but it ain't like it cost us anything. We got drawn for it.
Yeah, it was like a $20 stamp or something we had to
Yeah,
pay.
it wasn't $18.
Yeah. Well, you guys got lucky with the
Oh yeah,
first time you were
everybody,
putting in for it.
everybody.
'Cause I got a buddy that's got like 10 to 12, 14, somewhere around there. I
Right.
remember it's been so many years of him griping and complaining about him not getting drawn
Yeah, dude.
about this deal.
That's the first
that
year we've ever put
well,
into
you know,
anything,
but-
management.
My captain that I work with on my boat, he's gotten drawn once or twice.
Twice, I think.
And in
8
8 or
or
9
9
years.
years.
And it was like the first year, then everybody started catching on to like that was a big deal. There was a deer shed that was found there that was like close to state record. They got recognition 10, 15 years ago, and that
Yeah.
kind of like put that on the map to where everybody was trying to hunt there.
And we ran into all kinds of people, and every one of them had history of either killing or knew somebody there that killed booners. Like it was
Giant deer.
the next
yeah.
cool thing to do. I mean, they are there. I just, man, those guys on e-bikes definitely had the advantage because they got into the spots that we wanted to go where it was way off in the middle of nowhere, but they could be there in 5 minutes, and
that
took us an hour and a half to
yeah.
walk.
That's almost more aggravating to me than crossbows right there. Is those e-bikes.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
and I love them. I wish we should be allowed to use them. We
Yeah.
should be. It ain't hurting nothing. But the fact of the matter is, you weren't allowed to use them.
Yeah.
They probably weren't calling ahead, or they're just like, screw it, write me a
it
ticket. I don't
says
know.
in like big letters on the website when you're looking up. And
Yeah.
he called, like we were really trying to be like straight
Yeah.
as an arrow.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
And
want to
they're
go
like,
somewhere
yeah,
where
yeah,
there's going to
and-
be wardens
Yeah.
And it
and
wa-
doing something wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like they were like, we don't care. They were like, no, you can't
Yeah,
do this.
absolutely
or you
not.
can do that. And then we come in and they're flying past us, and you're like, God, if not that either one of us had one of those, but maybe our approach would have been a little bit different. Like,
Probably
hey,
would have bought one.
walking in, I'm not going to walk somewhere 3/4 of a mile when I know somebody can blow the doors off of my backpack.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, 10 minutes before daylight. And quiet actually, because they can get up on you.
Oh, they're
yeah.
sneaky.
You never know.
I had that one guy drive by me twice, and then he tried to get off his bike and was walking toward me. I'm like, hey. He looked at me and goes, oh, I'm sorry. Takes off on his e-bike.
Hey,
and dude,
that's
he
a good-
covered
I mean, that's
miles.
good
And probably,
sportsmanship right
he
there,
probably still
too,
got in a
dude.
stand early because that day we were tracking a doe, and we just ended up staying in
That
our
was
spot.
a crazy day.
It was a crazy day, and he's just driving on through. I'm like, man, like, I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, they are.
Drink.
I've got one right here. Actually, yeah, bring me one back if you want to, but
A latte?
it just, yeah, please. It's just like trying to do the right thing. Like I said earlier, making things a little harder on yourself is what I want to do, but it's really aggravating when you're the only one doing it. You know, like I've already know people are killing turkeys right now, and deer. We can watch somebody poach a deer first morning off our farm, rifle season, and it's like, man, like, why can't people just do the right thing? You know, I know as being young and dumb that I always do the right thing. No,
Yeah.
most people don't. It's just kind of growing up and realizing that it's more to it than just getting blood on your hands. You know, it's a lot more to it, a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
To me, it's just like kind of a respect deal for the animal too. It's like,
yeah.
I can go out there and shoot whatever, but really, there's no bragging rights to shooting 150-inch deer with a light, with a gun, bow,
Right.
crossbow, whatever. There's just no bragging rights to it, so it's just hard to. I don't know. I'm not really the right person to be saying all that. I mean, I've done some stupid stuff in my lifetime, but I don't know. There's just no bragging rights to it to me.
No.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a part of growing up too. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
just part
shot a
of it.
bunch of deer out of the truck window with a spotlight before when I was growing up. Do I do it now? No.
Yeah.
Like I grew out of that.
Yeah,
because
same, yeah.
because of the atmosphere of like I realized that like once I really got into hunting, I realized how hard it is to try to kill that caliber of a deer with a bow.
Yeah.
And so me driving around as a young kid shooting blasting one out of a truck window, like how mad that would make somebody that put in the the
Right.
Especially a
time.
big
Yeah.
buck.
Yeah.
I mean, them
Yeah.
are very few far between.
Exactly.
As far as a lot of people, you know, I always say I always wanted to kill 130-inch deer or nothing at all.
Yeah.
You know, and then like I'll send photos to my buddies and stuff, and like that deer I sent you this year. You're like, man, that's a nice deer.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is for somebody. Some kid would be happy. Somebody would be happy with that deer.
Yeah,
If I'm
and I
not gonna
never
be
want to
happy
say
with
that.
it, I don't want to shoot.
I never want to
the
say that as in like, oh, that's not good enough for me.
Right. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just after. I want to set my mind to for me, it's an age caliber.
Yeah.
And I want to shoot. For me, it's a 3-year-old or older. That's what I want to shoot. I don't care about the score at all. I think old deer that only score 100 inches are cool as shit.
There's a bunch of them.
There is a
Old
bunch
deer
of them.
that don't score nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think too is like as men, like that's what you ought to try to challenge yourself to do is just morally become better each day and every year and stuff like that. So I mean, whatever you can sleep with when you go to bed at night, you know what makes because like that's the thing is like taking one out of the window. There's no bragging right
Yeah.
there. Like you did it the easy way.
Yeah.
So like, so yeah.
Huh? Oh yeah, or killing them before season. I've know a few guys that kill big bucks before season in the middle of the night with a spotlight. Mm-hmm. They're on a pattern. Yeah, they come in every night over your corn pile. I mean, do you feel like you really accomplished something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I'm not going to go out of my way to dog those people because that's, I mean, what you do.
No, I don't. I hold
what you-
conversations with them, and I act
Well, yeah.
beady-eyed and interested, and I'm like, man, like, I don't want to hear about
Yeah,
that.
what you do on your time and what you sleep with, that's you. But
Yeah.
I mean, as of me, like I do try to strive to do the best I can to be
Yeah.
ethical and you know.
Because we're all busy too. It ain't like we have the unlimited amount of time to hunt, you know. And I know that's their excuse. Same way if using like a crossbow or shooting over a corn pile, whatever. Well, I just don't have time to, whatever. Like some people are allotted more time than others, but you know, we still have full-time jobs and families. Like it's tough, but I feel way more prideful whenever I come in empty-handed or accomplished with a deer on the other end of my arrow. Like it just, I've done that the right
Yeah.
way, you know.
And I'm not going to tell you like having kids that'll change your whole aspect on
Yeah.
things. Like I remember my daughter. It was like I don't know. I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. We were driving down Pee Highway. All of a sudden, this big old buck jumps out right in front of my truck. And, dude, just immediately I reach down. I always have a 22 mag right by me. I always have. It's always in my truck. It's
Yeah.
just my truck gun. I reach down, I grab that 22 mag, and I go like that. And I'm like, all of a sudden, that hit me. And I was like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not you no more. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't
Bad,
do that.
Swilly.
It's out of. I can't even think the word now. Gosh, dog, but it's just out of habit.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it
It's out
gets
of
you excited. So you're like, whoa, you know, like that little kid comes out in you. You're like, no, you're a man. Don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
you're held to a higher standard now.
I mean, I'm glad I've kind of growed out of the stuff because, like I said, I have done some stupid stuff before, but like the feeling of possibly getting in trouble, like warden wise, like them suckers give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Anymore,
I know
I'm like,
why.
yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like getting pulled over by cops. Like
I
don't
get
know what
nervous.
I did.
Yeah, I get nervous.
I mean,
But
like,
evidently, I did something.
Yeah.
yeah, and just getting checked by them.
Yeah.
I mean, like my speech would just get start jittery and just
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you just kind of scare me. I don't know why.
Right, I'm same
"Ma'am,"
way.
you know.
Yeah. I try to be as respectful as I can. And
It's a good feeling to know that you're
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
my conscience, like I know that you can come check me right now, and if something's wrong, it's by mistake.
Exactly.
Like
That-
everything that I do, I try. You know, honestly, like deadheads, I'm supposed to have those like checked
Tag.
in and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have a tag. for
Yeah, you know, so they could come and take everything I have. Anything that I have that I've acquired has been either I've found it or I killed it.
Yep.
You know, I've and it's been legal when I killed it.
Yeah.
I've never shot a buck illegally. There's been times where I probably would have if I had the opportunity, you know. But I'm glad I haven't done that. I've never shot a deer over a corn pile. I'd put out corn and tried to, and then the one deer I killed when I was doing corn, it came in way after corn was gone.
No.
You know, I stopped putting like with it's a good time for antler edge. You know what we're talking about deer hunting. If you guys want protein or mineral, then you can supplement feed in your area. Antler Edge has the stuff to the hookup, but I don't even use their protein blend because it's got attractant and corn in it. We can use it before season, or you can put it out and not hunt over it. You know, the mineral it's legal to use. You can use it all the time. I still don't really put it out during season and hunt over it, especially immediately, just because somebody could be like, oh, well, you lured them in over mineral. Even though it's technically legal if you're not in CWD, I still just don't really do it. I still put it out some, but I'll wait and kind of use that as like in my inventory, putting over a camera and kind of getting an idea. just to try to mitigate anybody pointing fingers and be like, well, you took the easy way out. That's kind of how I roll.
That's funny. Like to think about, like, I grew up, and I think Daryl Emery was covering that when he was on the podcast. Like he had somebody mentor him, into how to be a good hunter and stuff like that. Because I mean, like when I was a kid, like I said, I didn't grow up. My mom and dad, or my dad, didn't really hunt when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Nothing against him, but like it never really did. So like I didn't really know. All I knew was that like my buddy over here, Joe Smo, he liked to drink beer. And we like to shoot deer. Like that was fun. We rode around and did that. It was just wild. We just trying to have a good time. But once you get to that point in your life where like you kind of tame everything down and you start trying to do things the right way and you've got everything in line, you're still going to get nervous when that cop pulls you over because of those past experiences. And you're like, honestly, but it's a good feeling to know when you're like, man, there's nothing, nothing. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
I still freak out,
but you still have that in the back of your mind, like
out every time. Like, is my plug in my gun?
Did my buddy throw a beer can in my truck?
Yeah,
them suckers freak me out. Cops do too.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of when the passion for something kind of overrides the excitement of a moment, because we could all go out and do, and like I said, I'm the same as Scott, done all kinds of stuff. Like, nothing crazy, but like if the opportunity presented itself in years prior. But it's almost like a self letdown if you're like, man, well, I didn't quite do this right.
Yeah.
I didn't quite do that. Have you guys seen there's a Ted Nugent podcast that was, I guess it would have been last year I was listening to. And is Georgia a bait state?
Part of it is.
Part of it? And
some of it you can't bait, but some of it you can.
But he was saying, he was
it's
arguing.
Like north of Atlanta or something you can or something.
I don't know if he lived in that part or if he was just giving out a good perspective to think. He was like, you're talking about luring deer in, whether it's corn, an attractant by smell or whatever maybe. He's like, do you think people hunt in acorns because they know that acorns are going to be there and they're going to eat deer? Do you think that people, like everybody grunts at deer during the rut? He's like, that's trying to lure a deer in. He made a pretty good point, but still, like, those are more, like, grunting is natural. Acorns are natural.
Yeah.
And stuff. So like, I understood. I don't know necessarily that he was for one or against the other, but he's
very for baiting.
He's for baiting.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan, I'm pretty sure you can bait.
Yeah, because I was listening to a Michigan podcast earlier, and they said they brought in Ted Nugent to advocate for him because it used to be legal to bait, and now it's not. Well, and Michigan is about to make some big changes.
Are they?
Very big changes. They're doing kind of like what we need to do. They're really cracking down on trying to get people a better age class and numbers, like, while still maintaining hunter numbers and maintaining the population. Mm-hmm. But they've got somebody in there now that actually likes to hunt. That's one of the commissioners for the Fish and Game. Yeah. And he's like, hey, like we're putting this as perspective. Like he said something like, if you do what's good for the resources, hunters aren't happy. If you do what's good for the hunters, the resources aren't happy. But inevitably, if the resource is good, hunters will be happy in a few years. And that's a good way of doing it. 'Cause that's true. Mm-hmm. And like I was going to ask you guys in here in a minute, like we talked about earlier, Missouri's making some changes for some non-residents this year, next year, and beyond. Have you guys looked into that besides what I showed you earlier?
Are you talking about like prices and stuff?
No, not just prices.
I hope they go to a draw.
They're looking at that. I'll pull it up.
They need to, and like we're talking to Derek 2 nights ago right here. We bought Wisconsin turkey tags, $53 for out of state for your first bird.
Yeah,
$15 for every bird after that. As many as you want to buy until tickets or tags are sold out.
Hey.
My God,
where's this at?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, you can kill a bunch of birds.
Cheap. Buy a tag right now.
Yeah, it's really cheap. So here's a non-resident regulations they're going to try to change for 2026 would be reduce a non-resident antlered buck tag from $2 to $1, and non-resident landowners would maintain an antlered buck tag limit of 2. So if you lived in Ohio and you had a place here, you could still kill 2 deer. I'm okay with that. The only thing is, like, it's still going to caused us to have high land prices. Like the out of state and everything, the hunting and recreation has caused land prices to go out the wazoo.
Well, how many states total? 5, 6, 7 maybe that you can kill 2 bucks in that state? That's not a draw. So like Nebraska, if you can
Illinois,
log back in and stuff
I think.
fast enough, tags were sold out. This is turkey season, but they do that for deer now too, like where your tags are sold out immediately.
Yeah, within 2 hours of this year,
Kansas
10,000
is the same
tags.
way.
Yeah,
I think this is like year 3 or something. Them doing the draw tag.
Yeah.
For turkeys, and which this year I didn't put in for it, but the last 2 years I have and haven't got it. And then when you call for another tag or for a tag, when you get time, there's just nothing left.
yeah. They've limited this
kills
year's
his
number.
turkey in
Yeah, in Kansas.
Kansas.
That triple bearded reel. And then like this year they're doing only 1 bird for non-resident from Missouri.
They should, yeah. That,
See, I
which
like
is
that.
good.
I do too.
Like good.
It won't stop them
I
from
do
killing
feel like
5
our
birds,
bird
but
population's coming up,
it is doing better.
but it's still not there. I mean, now then, I've never got to see all these guys like my dad and all them. They're like, man, 70s,
Yep.
not 70s, but 80s, 90s were great hunting. I don't know that. I'm born in 98.
Yeah.
98.
Yeah,
Yeah.
young pup.
Pacifiers.
Yeah.
We're
at
only
least
4 years older.
Yeah, my wife was born in 99.
Was she?
Yeah.
Man, cradle
I
robber.
thought
Well, I am, dude.
I thought it was 2002 for some.
No.
What? How old is she?
26.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
he's finally getting up there. But here's another one for 2027: non-resident hunters to purchase a non-resident public land permit for $65 to pursue, take, process, and transport deer on public land in Missouri. I'm thinking that's an extra on top of the non-resident
On public
on
land?
public land, and these are all to be voted on. And then the permit would be required in addition to the non-resident deer hunting permit. So you pay your $260 or $290, whatever it is, plus your $165 to hunt on public land. Like I don't know how exactly they're going to regulate that, but whatever. And then beyond that, they're looking at establishing a draw for non-residents to hunt deer on public land or public and private land. Like these are what they're wanting to vote on and kind of get everybody's input. So I really, really recommend putting your voice out there.
Yes, I agree. Do you guys know who Scott probably does? Do you guys know who Spook Span is?
I've heard of him.
He was like 2007 killed like the world or close to the world record deer in Kansas.
He shot like 14 booners or something.
He's killed.
Spook
I
Nation.
want to
Yeah.
say
I
like
think that's what it was
close
called.
to
Yeah.
or over 20 200-inch deer in his life. Giant deer, and if you listen to his podcast, if you look it up at some point, he said he always thought that he would kill the world record deer, whether world record typical, I believe. But anyway, he was talking about where the great places to hunt, and people's asking him on the Hunter podcast. He asked, but he didn't talk about it then. And they were asking like, where do you think the best place to hunt in the United States? And he said he thought if Missouri regulated their stuff as well as like Iowa and some of these places, he thinks that the northern half of Missouri would be the best place to hunt whitetail deer in the world.
I've heard that from every big buck killer that I've listened to. Everybody says Missouri has the opportunity to do that.
Imagine that. Imagine having somebody that he's probably killed as many 200-inch deer as anybody. Somebody being like, the state that you live in.
Yeah. Well, what's
the
crazy?
best deer hunting, which southeast Missouri is a lot different than northern Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
We all know
We
that.
still got good deer here, though.
Yeah. I mean, this year, even though you did, but I didn't kill any good deer. It was kind of like an eye opener. Like, between pictures that people shared, like, oh, we had that deer that got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a good spot.
Matthew killed the giant triple beam. This person killed that. There's deer around. Are you going to kill them every year? No. But the opportunity to hunt like really good deer is here.
Well, I'll tell you from experience, we started going to northern Missouri when I think it was back in 2015, first year. And dude, the first time we went up there was the best. I mean, you talk about prime rut. There was like 3 or 4 campgrounds, and there was probably 4 people up there.
Really?
Yeah, like nobody.
Yeah.
And they were all local people. Fast forward 10 years now, like it's like you do not meet a Missouri local.
No, very few.
Louisiana,
Everybody's from
Mississippi.
Wisconsin, Arkansas, Mississippi,
Louisiana.
And nothing against them, but
Yeah.
it's like, man, like we need to do something like
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think people view Missouri as like, oh, man, it's the cheapest place and it's the best place. We can just go in there and, you know.
And you
Onyx killer.
Yeah.
Onyx gets you. And you, like, we don't have that. We don't have that
Honestly,
here,
awesome,
per
but
se.
it's
Onyx is great, but
I love it, but you're 100% right with that comment. Yep.
you can find good spots now. Like, I've listened to some where they talk about if you had everybody that has Onyx and hunts, if you layered everybody's page on top of one another, like how many people have pins in your spot?
I mean, just my friends.
In hundreds of spots.
Same trees.
He said probably literally thousands upon thousands of people have been there or have looked on the map and been like, hey, that's good. And so have you. And when you think nobody else knows about this spot.
Exactly.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, look how many times, which I'm sure you guys have done it. You guys go to a new area and hunt, or you're going to go hunt. You guys are on Onyx and you're looking at all your maps and stuff. How many times have one of your buddies go like, hey, I got that pin too?
Close to it, or you go in there, you find a stand,
areas,
find a stand and a camera.
I got two little comments to make, but yes, I see what you're saying. One is
We did look
like
close to you, Trevor.
acorns or on Onyx, they tell you what like acorn producing trees. And
Yeah, you
stuff.
can do the
so,
layers.
So there's so much stuff that you can have, but also when you say out of state, Scott and I have hunted out of state together and stuff before. It's almost, to me, I mean, I'm not speaking for Scott, but I think that he kind of feels the same way. It's kind of a stress relief.
Yeah.
It's in there, everything goes, like we're not, and places we would have never in 10 lifetimes known that was public land. We're going in there with no expectations or very little expectations, and we're going in really to have fun and hope for a good deer.
Right.
And that makes for a good time.
Yep.
And we've had great times going. I killed the smallest 8-point buck in the world.
Full velvet.
In full velvet in Nebraska with my bow 4 years ago now, 2022 or 23. Sometimes
It's been at least 4 years.
okay,
Yeah.
so 22
I think it's 22.
and tiny deer. Had a blast. Stayed up there for 2 or 3 nights and out of state. But Onyx is the only reason in the world that I knew that 80 acres
Yep. 80 acres.
was, and it was an Indian refuge.
Yeah. Bunch of
thing or
Indian
whatever.
refuge up there.
And I think about that, like, I killed that deer. It was tiny, but just just luck may have it. If I killed a giant deer, it would have been because I happened to find that on Onyx.
Yeah. So did a guy that we
out
met.
Of state. Yep.
We met.
Yeah, Thomas.
We met one of the guys, Tom Leishan. He is a producer for Onyx. He knows our buddies from XOP, Tom Leyland.
Tom Oder.
Yeah, Tom Oder. That's from St. Genevieve. Like, this guy came out from the same spot we were hunting, and he's right down the road. And I know I have some friends of ours that know him. I talk to him all the time. Like, we all met because of the Onyx maps. Or whatever mapping system you're using.
People that are true hunters, that's just like, hey, I'll try this. You can look at, like, if you're turkey hunting, Nebraska's 78% field. And if you can get it in a spot that's like in 8 square miles, there's nothing but field, and you find one blob of trees that's private or public land, I'm like, well, I'll try it. That's how I found that spot when me and my dad went up there to turkey hunt. 5:15 in the morning, the turkey's hammering it, like 5 gobblers just hammering it. Never been there a day in my life. No, never stayed more than 5 minutes in Nebraska.
I feel like there's going to be a lot more people getting married. Be like, how'd you meet your wife? Onyx.
Onyx. Yeah.
It's a
got
love-hate
hunting
relationship.
We
with
dropped
deal.
the pin.
That's a winner, though. That one's there to last.
Yeah.
If she's on Onyx, I might marry her.
Well, I mean, yeah. Somebody.
And I use Onyx for everything, though. Like with my logging on my side
Oh,
job, I use that for the lines. Now it's not true to the base.
It's
Only reason
close.
I say that is because service-wise. I mean, you can download your map deal.
Right, yeah,
but
on
it's still,
offline maps.
You know, it's still not the exact where your phone's putting you, but it's pretty close for the most part.
Yeah.
You can at least put some flags up. Try to stay back from where you think the line is.
Yeah.
Or
Or-
you're not getting overs on someone
Like,
else.
you talk about getting lost, too. I mean, it's very helpful to get out of the woods. Cause you're walking in and tracking a deer, and it's easy to get turned around. And having the maps to get you out of there, it's saved me a lot.
It's a good tool. It really is.
Yeah. What's your backstory, Hunter?
Yeah.
An hour and 5 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, no better time than now to talk about you.
I mean, just depends on what you're wanting to know.
Just hunt.
When did you get out of diapers?
Well,
A couple
start
years
from
I'm
the
ago.
very good at math. About 26,
I'm
27 years ago. I don't know what time. Well, let's see. I grew up in Elsinore all my life. Went to East Carter, played basketball a little bit, but I was kind of cutting into the deer hunting stuff. I got into hunting just straight out of, I mean, my dad always hunted. I was thinking this on the way over here, trying to think of something to talk about. I remember when my dad was always going bow hunting, but I was too young, didn't pull back enough poundage. But he always told me, if you can group 3 arrows every time you shoot, you can start hunting. Well, I was pretty young when I started doing that, and every time I did it, I'm like, Dad, come look at this. Dad, can I go hunting now? Can I go hunting now? And it's just ever since. That was just a kind of fun memory of me thinking about it coming over here.
And trying to impress your dad. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
is this the
Getting the
group that you're
approval.
looking for?
Yeah,
and stuff?
exactly. That's cool.
But that's a great thing to tell your kid. Like,
Yeah.
first off, it makes them have to work for it.
Yep.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Like,
Yeah.
You're
You don't want them to go out and
rewarded
shoot
get to go
with a
hunting
deer
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, you don't want
That's
to win
cool.
something.
I didn't necessarily think about that. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but that's a good thing to do. So
Yeah.
have a kid out there doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I killed my first deer when I was 6.
Yep.
Old Texas 11-pointer spiky.
I was way older.
It was kind of a funny deal there. Shooting a 243, and I shot this thing. Didn't know for sure I hit it, but I thought, Dad thought Emil kicked whatever. Well, we couldn't find no blood.
Yeah.
So we were walking back to my dad's Bronco. If I remember right, it was his Bronco too that he had. And we were just on the edge of the woods before it got into field / my Uncle John's junk pile. He big in the heavy equipment and all that stuff. So yeah, that stuff piled up. So he's like, hold on for a second. I need to take a leak, kind of a deal. And he's taking a leak. He's like, Hunter, what's that right there? And I was like, looking. I was like, I don't know, And he's like, you see that white belly? And it was my deer. It was the most exciting thing. I couldn't wait to go and show my grandma and my grandpa. And that's just, first deer story. And then first turkey was, I was 7, and
Damn,
Fun-
dude, did you? He wasn't out of diapers.
I know,
He
yeah.
started doing that.
lucky that I grew up young into it, and I was very fortunate. Now and then,
Oh, that's awesome.
my only regret, and I wish, hopefully my dad can see this. If I don't start crying, I feel bad because I've always had this neighbor that always killed big deer, So every once in a while I'll go youth hunting with him, and so I regret not hunting as much with my dad as I should have, because you never know when's going to something happen. So in 2013, I was about 14 years old. Don't know why my dad was doing it, but he was heavily into drinking. He was drinking and driving a neighbor's motorcycle. Wrecked it, tore his radio plexus, which is the nerve, the junction for all your nerves to run your arms, your fingers,
Yeah.
So he tore his left side, so he lost the use of his left arm. So now he's just got this, dead arm kind of
Dang.
deal. So that's where the crossbow deal coming in. Great for that kind of stuff.
100%.
So, but I regret not hunting with my dad as much. Now then, since my dad had that wreck, we still hunt together. Not as much. He's kind of, still hurting. He's always got that nerve pain kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And he broke his femur in that. So he's got a lot of metal in his body. So cold weather does not go well with him.
Right.
So if I had to ever recommend anything, make sure you hunt with people that you love.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Because that, you just never know. I mean,
Yeah.
my dad died 3 times on the table. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it was an eye opener. And I'm pretty soft with that stuff. Like
I would-
I'm
man, I
surprised
would be
I'm,
too.
not, I'm almost crying right
Yeah,
now.
no,
But,
let it out, dude. It's
Same
It's,
for me.
yeah.
You're, like telling me to.
Yep.
but hunting with my dad was, especially like right out of school, me and him, like I logged full time at the time. And so I would take off. Money didn't matter at that time, no bills really. Still living with my mom and dad. So me and dad would like pack up. 1st October, we'll go to Ellington. Go camp. We'll camp the whole month into rifle season.
Man, that's
After rifle
cool.
season, we'll come back. And we learned so much on that ground. And the first year I was there, killed a 146-inch deer. Should have been 160, but he was broke up. Whatever. Blah blah blah. It don't matter what it was. Anyways, very big deer, pumped up. And then it's like every year we would see some, or she'll kill, he'll kill one, and it was so fun to me. And now that I've grown up, it's hard for us to get together and go camp like we used to. Obviously, we don't have time to go hunt for a solid month every day.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
But it was something. It was fun.
Man, that's...
But we so I work for MODOT now. I've been there for how long? 6 years, something like that. Going on 7, something like that with the state. And then I log on the side. Love doing that. I love it. If my body could take it, I would do it till the day I die. But
Really?
anyways, you can learn a lot just being in the woods every day.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's what my dad
Seen these
does.
turkeys here, see this deer
And his
here. You
uncle.
can learn a lot just being in the woods every day. And so I do that on the side. And I got wife, 2 kids, best things in the world, And I blessed my wife's heart. I mean, like the other day, we just planned this Tennessee turkey hunting trip last night pretty well. I mean, we've talked about it, but last night was dead set. Hey, we're going. And I told my wife, like, hey, I'm going to be gone for this week, or next week, And she's like, okay, see ya,
Yeah.
As soon as we were literally getting ready to, like, I do marry. I'm like, you sure? You ain't gonna tell me I ain't gonna go hunting,
Yeah.
and it's still like that. She's held true to that, and she might kind of mess with me and stuff. But
That's how Alexa is.
She lets me do a lot, but I still hear about it.
oh, yeah, she's still kind of
But
hinted around like, hey, I do everything with the kids.
Yeah, or like, hey, you spend all this on that. I get to spend this on that. I'm like, well, if you're already
Hey,
going
you
broke
know how
with
to
what I
fix that?
spend,
You want to fix that?
get another job.
No, separate accounts.
Now
then,
trust me.
Now then,
I've tried.
You don't know what they're really spending.
I've tried that.
Takes the stress off of you.
Some people, it don't work with some people. So I never had an account with my wife. Thank the Lord, because so my wife grew
I
up.
hope she watches this.
Yeah,
I tried.
yeah.
I've tried. She's like, well, save up so you can buy this. Well, I would do this, and that, and then it gets
You're the
spent
only
regardless.
One, yeah, you're the only one that's saving for it.
I don't really save very well. If I knew what I had, I'd know I couldn't spend it then.
Yeah, so my wife grew up with a very low income family. Really not the best place to grow up, kind of a deal. But anyways, so she didn't have no money. They would go to the free store to go get clothes, kind of deal.
Mm.
And so ever since she had her own money, she'll go buy shoes, clothes. I mean, if she wants something, she goes gets it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way, but I'm not the clothes kind of person. Like, I like clothes, but it's kind of hard to find things to fit me anymore. I'm not that 180, 190 pound guy anymore.
190 inch.
Yeah,
You're a booner.
He's a booner now.
190 inches around my
Grow a little
belly.
more, you'll get there.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I mean, we really don't need to talk about separate account deal, but
Yeah.
No, I will say that the wives, man, I shout out to my wife too, because I've put her through the ringer. Like, I mean, I guarantee you, she sat home mad at me for staying out too late, sometimes tracking deer or this or that. And I mean, she's really put up with it. But I told her the
Every
same.
Wednesday when you're here for 5 hours.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is like she has patience with me.
Yeah.
But I did
bless
tell
her heart, really. I mean, she's got 2 Dustins. I mean, Kaylee,
Yeah,
Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Kaylee is the spitting image of Dustin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, his little
it's
girl.
hilarious.
she
Being
doesn't
with
look
Dustin
like
every
me
day.
that much, but she acts like me.
We
I
are
will
very
say-
lucky to have Dustin up there at the MODOT shed.
Man, anybody has Dustin in their lives,
Yeah.
he's a hell of a
That's
guy.
great.
I might marry Dustin next month. He's looking better.
Keep
on my
Jack.
Yeah.
You ought to see the nasty crap this sucker brings in to eat. I mean, anywhere. What do you call them dang fish?
Sardines.
Sardines. Oh, he'll have the whole thing. I don't do
you like
sardines.
sardines?
Yeah.
Dude,
You weirdo.
Yeah.
I
No, man.
fucking
Oh,
it's just the fish smell. Like,
dude, it's the taste.
Sushi
It's
doesn't do
reminding me
well.
of old times.
It's like it
I don't like sardines.
it belongs on a fish hook in the water.
yes,
Sardines, man, they just go straight to the biceps.
They're
healthy. I will
They
say
might
that.
have
But
sardines. Ugh,
I mean,
dude,
I will not be eating sardines if it's the last meal.
So sardines, that was kind of like a family deal. My dad loved sardines when I was growing up. My mom hated sardines, so that was like a
She
big
had common
joke.
sense then.
That was like a big
I'm
joke
with
with me and
Mama.
my dad growing up. Was like my dad would be like, "Hey, bud, you want to eat some sardines?" I'd be like, "Yeah." So we'd eat some sardines, and he'd be like, "Go
He
kiss your
tricked
mom."
you into liking
And
them.
I'd be over there trying to kiss my mom, and mom would be like, "Get away from me!"
Oh, dude, I like.
And now my
everything.
daughter
I
does that with
hate
my wife.
sardines.
I've never tried them in my life.
What?
I
Try them.
don't-
Try them.
No.
You'll double down with me.
No,
You'll
no,
hate them.
I am double down already. Like
Hey, I've got
there's
some
something
out in the
I've
car.
tried
You want to
sushi,
try them right here?
and there's just something about sushi and the fish. The fish smell is just bothers me. I don't like
There's
Yeah.
been one time in my life, Lyndall, my uncle Lyndall, my mom's dead sister's husband. She
Easy way of putting it.
rabbit hole.
yeah, but he squirted a bunch of mustard on one sardine one time, and I was like I was indifferent. Like, I don't know if I like this. I knew it was sardine. I didn't hate the taste of it, and I was like, I'll try it one more time. And I tried it again, which this is 10 years ago. Just the worst thing that ever touched my taste buds. It's so disgusting. I hate them. And he's like, you ever tried the spicy
What was the
one?
concoction that you had? The bowl, and you had like. Did you have sardines in that too?
No, what are you
I mean,
talking
it
about? Like
was
the,
like
the
absolutely-
chicken and eggs mix?
Oh, I'll eat
Chicken
that.
Well, that's fine.
Eggs.
That sounds fine.
But there's some other stuff that you put in it, but I don't know. It's just every day what's going to be in Dustin's lunchbox.
A lot of that,
today.
is, just because the groceries are running a little bit low. So like I'm digging through
You
the
look
cat,
good.
and I do try to eat healthy. So I'm trying to find something healthy to eat. So I'm like, canned chicken. What can I do with canned chicken? And I mean, you become creative when you only have a limited source of stuff. You're like, well, let's put some eggs and some chicken.
Sardines.
Yeah.
I cheated hard earlier. It's supposed to be a small Reese's peanut butter blizzard from Dairy Queen in Greenville. Comes out this big. Oh man! I immediately went and took a poop as soon as I got home. Like I couldn't get to the bathroom fast enough.
I ate 3 of those on accident today.
On accident. The
Yeah,
first,
I like your
the
way.
first two,
I like
you wasn't
it.
sure if you liked it, so you had.
Hey, I eat healthy
right.
every single day, and I still gain weight. What? I don't understand it.
I can't gain an ounce.
Yeah, no, like I ate like 6 or 7 freaking Reese's bunny little things.
Oh,
really?
today. Oh yeah,
Dude, Reese's
don't-
sticks
I don't
for me.
I don't watch what I eat, and I probably should, but I love to eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat.
I haven't eaten probably.
I need to get
Drink
back.
whatever.
No, you
I mean,
don't.
it's just
No, you don't, Scott.
Huh?
Well, I guess you have a dislike, dude. Yeah, I guess you have an eating problem, but in a good way, dude. I'm fucking.
I don't always
I'm
eat
going through
junk,
a
but-
midlife depression right now, and I'm.
Are you trying to lose weight right now?
Well, no, not
He said if that
necessarily.
happens, that'd be okay too. But,
No, I
It's like
need-
this
I-
be a lot-
Abigail deal. It's like,
yeah.
well,
I-
so-
it-
it's good.
It'd be kind of a
sometimes to
good
go
thing
through.
if I get this thing, but
Yeah.
other than again, it's like I don't want nothing telling me what to do, kind of deal. It's like I'm
I
going to eat a
think-
steak if I want to eat a steak.
I think, and I'm trying to think of the last 24 hours outside. I think that those chips are the first thing I've opened in the last 2 days. It's good for me though.
Oh, you just fasted for?
Yeah. No, not on purpose. It was just me like, oh, God.
But then he'll open back a bag of Skittles and like a Twizzler, like all this candy. He's a candy eating fool.
I like Twizzlers.
I used to
do
be
like Twizzlers.
bad about it. Recently, in the last like 3 years, I'll eat stuff sometimes. I had a bag of gummy worms in there, and then the kids, when Scott was
I was
like,
gonna say if he comes over or if we're around him, my kids are happy because Trevor's got candy.
well, they do right now. I just gave it to them. They were like,
That's why they're not coming down here.
When I walked in there, I was like, okay, guys, you have to stay upstairs, but I'll give you a bag of gummy worms.
If you're
and,
good.
And I said, don't choke on them. And Oakley said, Archer won't choke on them. I won't either. And I
And-
gave her a bag of, and then they.
Now, do you
whatever.
have like a sugar low kind of deal when you wake up or anything? Do you ever? So my dad
I'm
always, when I was a
never
kid,
hungry when
him
I
going
wake
to
up.
work every day.
I would puke if I ate when
Snickers
I woke up.
and a Mountain Dew
Really?
every single day.
I don't
But
drink-
he had a sugar low. Like
My
he had to
uncle-
eat one of them.
My uncle, he don't have a shirt. Greg, he's a Mountain Dew and Reese's eating fool, man. And it's all the time.
I can't eat nothing when I wake up.
I have to eat.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up, I've always got it. I got to eat. But like if I don't,
See, I'm not like that.
I have such a high metabolism
doing it.
that I burn it
You
off.
need to eat.
No, I don't have to eat. Like,
Hunter-
like, when I work at MODOT is
Oh, man.
100% you're going to gain 30 pounds. I
Scott's
mean
hungry all the
100%.
time.
Oh,
So when
shit.
I go get up in Friday mornings when we're on 410s, go log, I'll get up, get my coffee, I'll go. and I don't have to eat all day because you stay
You're doing something
busy enough, something steady. You don't have that downtime of like, hey, I could eat a little bit of something.
And then you got a pack of donuts sitting there on the table.
That's
you'll blow some money.
That's how my job is. Like, we might stay busy for 12, 13 hours straight, and you don't think about it. And then you might not do nothing for 13 hours straight, and then that's all you think about. Like, I could eat this or I could eat that.
For a while there, I mean, not for a while. I only do it for about a week or two. But like, not eat all day and then just eat dinner. But when I eat dinner, I absolutely smashed everything in the cabinets, kind of a deal.
Yeah. Then you can't stop eating.
But really, when I did that, I felt like I had so much more energy, kind of a deal.
Yeah, yeah. I think you do the intermittent fasting stuff.
100%. Oh no, not when I eat. I feel better. Like throughout the day, like.
Oh, I thought.
Well, if you're eating, like for me, if I eat a bunch of carbs all day long, I'm sleepy nonstop. When I was doing kind of like a main carnivore diet, I was never tired. Mm-hmm. Like really? I never was like sleeping. The carbs weren't because carbs turn into. I did. The protein's a slow breakdown, and it gives you a lot cleaner energy. When the carbs are more like a spike, and then you like crash, kind of like an energy drink.
Yeah, your body's main fuel source is glucose, and carbs turn into that.
They do. I hate eating carbs on my lunch break because then at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, the sun's beaming down on my loader. I'm like, just trying to stay awake.
You know, have you ever heard of like they call it the keto flu?
No, but I know I've heard of keto.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know what it was. And then like one time, like I went on I tried a 3-day fast, just water, and it was like the second day, and all of a sudden, dude, like I started getting like chills, and like I was running a fever and like sick feeling, and I was like, I don't know what the heck that is. And anyways, like after I woke up the next day and I felt fine, and then I got to thinking about that, like that was literally, I think my body.
Is that what they call ketosis?
Your body goes into it's basically like a druggie when he's or what's the word?
It's withdrawal.
Withdrawals from carbs, you know, because I didn't have them for a while.
Like you flushed it all out of your system by that point.
Yeah, and after that, like ever since then, I haven't had that happen again. But it was like I had to go through that little stint, and it was like
what Scott said was right.
You're on a little rehab.
Ketosis.
That's ketosis. Also, damn, I just blanked hard as shit. But I was about to say something. But it is ketosis.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. I never knew the exact like definition of it, but that's got to be what it is. I've heard some people talk about they'll go on a fast until they reach that, and then they start eating, and their body resets.
I read something the other day. They said food is the only thing that you need every day that you can be addicted to. Like people that's like overweight or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like kind of thinking about it, and they're like, you can fast. Most people that fast, like you said, you went on a 3-day water fast. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because most people that go on a 3-day water fast, they can buy like these zero not calorie, but like zero everything, but it's a broth.
Yeah,
where they can drink that and then make it through. So a 3-day strictly water is intense.
And I did that 3-day on the intent of trying to do a 7-day. My buddy said he does a 7-day once a year, and he said that like totally like resets him. And I was trying to do that, but I just ended up calling it at 3 days.
I made it like 9 hours of the day.
if you go, I ain't trying to talk over your story.
No, you're
but
good.
Like, if you go without protein, like some sort of broth and electrolytes, 7 days, it's nearly impossible.
Yeah, you need water and you need electrolytes to keep you going. And I'd even supplement with like a vitamin or something like that just to keep
anything other. Yeah,
Dustin's over here dumping salt in his water bottle about every day with Donnie.
Was you?
Yeah,
sardine juice.
But like what I will say is like by fasting and stuff like that, the one thing that it makes you really realize is how addicted we are to food.
Yes.
A lot of times
it is a mental thing. Yeah. Like at 11 o'clock, why are you hungry at 11 o'clock? Even if you ate breakfast at 9 o'clock, because your brain's programmed to say,
it's lunchtime.
Hey, it's
we
lunchtime.
do it every day at 11 o'clock. And it's like
so when you take those program feeding times away from you, you're almost like what do I do?
Yeah.
Like I'm like at a loss. And
on my days off, I don't eat on the same schedule as I do when I'm at work. Like I'll usually go to the gym on Friday mornings, and I try to eat something just because a lot of times I won't eat till like noon or 1, and I'll go from eating thousands of calories a day to like 1,000 or less on Fridays. It's
how often
I get busy.
Do you think Greg or Dad, they'll pack like one little sandwich and like they like once a day logging or driving T-posts all day. Like, they have the energy to do that. I could not keep up with either one of them.
No.
Couldn't keep up with
Not a
my dad
chance.
or Greg today. And
Yeah.
they're twice my age. And
Yep.
they eat like the worst thing
Our
ever.
generation's a bunch of wusses.
It is,
Dude,
man.
it
It
is.
is.
1000%.
My uncle doesn't drink water. He maybe eats like a deli sandwich, maybe
Yeah,
like
that's what
one
Dad
piece
eats.
of cheese, one piece of meat, and then like a Reese's or a honey bun or something. He usually comes in for lunch at the mill, and he'll eat a meal. But like other than that, he doesn't eat.
Dad, yesterday he came in. He had fenced all day. He
In that water.
He told me he was like, yeah, what's his name? Dwayne
Johnson.
No, not Johnson.
The Rock.
He was
Robinson.
He,
Dwayne
told,
Robinson.
he was like, man, he said he has 17 miles worth of fence that he wants to look at for repaired. And I was like, God damn. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but I was like, you're not going to do that. And he was like, I'm going to like run it and just pick out the worst spots or whatever.
It's a lot of fencing.
That's a backside or whatever. But he's done it his whole life. Me and Scott went on a hunting trip, and we built a
hog
fence
pen.
about the size of this room and that room, the living room, lower living room combined.
Yeah.
My hands were screwed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I was sore or whatever. And like driving T-post all day, every day. My dad still does that every day. My dad told me he fenced almost 3/8 of a mile in a straight line.
Really?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I was
back-
like, God,
yeah.
there's no way I could do that. And I was like, but sorry, I get off track. But he was like, he came in and he opened his lunchbox. What I was saying, he's like, "Oh, I got a honey bun. I didn't realize I left that there." And he said he had a bologna sandwich, a jug of water. I don't. He just recently started drinking.
He started. Yeah.
But he used to like drink sodas at home or whatever. But he just fill up a jug of water, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just put like a couple honey buns, a couple like snack cakes, 1 or 2 sandwiches, and a jug of water." And I'm like, God, dude, driving T-post all day. I know that took me a long time to get to that point, but
Oh yeah. But
I would be like hungry, pissed. My hands would be tore to pieces. Same with Greg. I'm like, what? How do they survive off that? It's
No
mental,
kidding. I don't know.
exactly
It is
like you
mental.
said.
mental. Yeah. While we're here though, the spot talking about the Rock. You know how he goes pee.
Huh?
He Dwayne's his Johnson. Where's the drum?
Hey, Dwayne.
There it is.
Oh, Dwayne.
Dwayne's
Dude,
is Johnson.
Up until this moment, I was going to wait until the laughing was done. And be
There
like,
it
what-
is.
What in the
I have never
You
heard
gotta get
that.
that ready.
Yeah.
You need to start. Did you
I
hear
was
that, Hunter?
I was going to wait for everybody to laugh, and I was going to say, what in the flying F does that mean? I had no idea what that meant. I was like, that's what
He was talking about.
All right, ask me.
He was talking about Dwayne Johnson. We mentioned his name. I said,
Yeah.
"You know how the Rock goes pee?" He goes, "Wow." I said, "He Dwayne's his Johnson."
There it is.
But no,
Oh, what?
what?
Do you
Have
get
we
it?
done a
Oh, now you
podcast?
get it? No,
No,
just kidding.
well, I got it. Did me and you do a podcast together yet, or is this the first one together?
It's the first one.
Well, we did that video call. I think you was on the screen there.
So was you there when I turned that?
oh, okay.
Before I left,
I don't think we've done one in person though.
No, that chiropractor joke a few weeks back.
I don't guess. I don't think so. What is it?
It was about a week back or so.
Hit it.
It was about a week back.
Okay.
Okay, I get you. I'm like, where's
man,
the
that one-
punchline here?
Hello. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah.
Did you hear why was the strawberry so sad about his mom and dad?
Why?
Oranges.
They were in a jam.
Yeah.
You hear about the new movie Constipation?
No.
Never came out. People are still pushing for its release.
Dude, I want to so bad do like a podcast where we write out
joke?
the dad jokes. Like we sit here with a beer or a coffee or whatever, and just BS the BSers.
Well, you
man.
know, laughter is like the best medicine you can
know.
have. Like, I mean, like just to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I like being goofy, man. It's fine. I get all serious sometimes on the podcast, like, but it's because I'm freaking passionate about it. But you know, one day like we could settle on a topic and it actually just because like podcasting we conversate, but sometimes when we're off on our own, it's almost a little bit different because you don't have the lights and the microphones. But I think we'll get there. Like we're getting better with it. But I just want to be able to cut and roll.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like talk truth when it's true. Talk good when it's good. Talk bad when it's bad. It's like it's just I don't know. I just love
Live
I
in
love
the moment.
I do,
Yeah,
and I love what
yeah.
we're doing because we're covering all kinds of things. You know, it's like
A whole lot of just in the moment stuff.
yeah, and
Man,
people think
Why can't two Asian people have a white kid?
Why?
Because two Wongs can't make a white.
I like it. No, speaking of jokes, man, my mom is like the joke queen. Like,
do you take after your mom? I guess.
Well, not really. Like, I'm not as good. Like, my mom can memorize jokes. Like that constipation joke. Her and my daughter have that. That's their joke that they tell people.
They have constipation.
So, like, my mom will walk up to somebody and be like, "Have you heard about the new movie Constipation?" And then I'll be like, "No." And then my daughter will go, "It never came out." But no,
I
like,
like to hear your daughter tell that because I mean she's just fun
She's
to be
witty.
around.
and then the funny part about the people are still pushing for its release. It was funny how we did that because me and my daughter were joking and oh yeah. So we got this little thing in our house called Alexa. You know, it's like the little thing you talk to.
Amazon
he has
Alexa.
one of those too.
Yeah, I got one of those.
I got one.
I've
too.
tried to send mine back.
So my daughter,
My wife's name's
she was
Alexa.
like the other day. She goes,
My wife's name's Alexa.
Oh, shoot. So that sucker always comes on all the time.
Yeah.
Does yours just come on out of nowhere?
Yes, mine does.
I don't know
All the
why
time.
it does that. It
Anytime
freaks
I don't
me
even know where
out.
mine's at anymore, but I'd be like, whatever, Alexa. And it's sorry, that is not available on a Google Play,
Tablet or
whatever.
Yeah.
no. So my daughter the other day, she told it. She's like, "Hey Alexa, you want to hear a funny joke?" And she's like, "Sure." And my daughter's like, "You heard about the new movie Constipation? It never came out." And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Alexa comes, "Ha ha." But I hear people are really pushing for its release. And I was like, dude, she just came up with
One of us. No, the Amazon Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not just
Oh,
lying.
that was a. Oh,
Yeah.
that's even more impressive.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
weird
no
deal
kidding.
is like mine. I don't know why. It's my daughter's. She got it for her birthday or whatever. But I was sitting in my recliner, the only one in the house, and then like I hear this kind of a deal. I'm like, what is someone's in my house kind of a deal. I'm
Somebody's
like,
purring.
what in the world? I was watching TV. And I was like, what in the world? So, and then all of a sudden it starts making these weird sounds like, what is this? So I get up and I go into my daughter's room and I'm like, I could see that it was on. And I was like, Alexa, turn off. And it turned off. But I was like, Vic, you're going to have to turn this thing off because the alarms will go off all the time. And it's just, I don't know. It's just weird just sitting there. It freaked me out that day.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my recliner and that came on and like,
Yeah, mine would every once in a while just talk
world, some
out of
creepy sounds.
nowhere. You know.
Mine, I would say 1/37 of my conversations are Scott and Alexa. Probably 1/2 actually, and it'll be like I'll hear something beep, like key up, and I'm like, God!
And then it's got to go through its spill, and you can't shut it off.
Everything on the boat, Alexa. I'm like, it drives me nuts. I'm like, dude,
I didn't realize you had one on.
I decided recently, right now, if you get divorced and marry Alyssa,
You have a lisp, but it ain't gonna matter.
Lispa.
It's everyday battle, ain't it?
If she listened to all these, she's gonna be pissed.
I'm dude, she only makes it like everybody else last week when they're like, "Why are you guys canceling the podcast?" If you had listened to the whole conversation, you realize we were joking. I know it actually didn't come out on April Fool's Day, but I didn't realize until we were like recording that it was April Fool's Day. And so it was like, "Hey, let's tell them it's the last one." Like, sweet, our 5 followers are gonna be upset with us. And I had like 5 people messages and be like, "Dude,
I'm horrible.
don't cancel it."
Yeah, I'm horrible about remembering names. The last trapper dude you got on.
Spencer.
No, what Spencer?
Brad Watkins.
Brad Watkins. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last one.
he was a cool dude.
There's like 20 minutes left ish. I fell asleep. So if
We were
I'm
that
at work-
boring, huh?
No. If I'm at work and I
Real
go
entertainment.
to bed at like 9 o'clock, sometimes I'll just put my headphones on and listen to podcasts. Sometimes I'll make it through 1.5. Sometimes I'll make it through 0.1.
Yeah.
But the shitty part about it is like there's always going to be times where you're like kind of like
Zoning.
no matter who it is.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
interest, and then I'm like keen, like or whatever. But it doesn't matter if it's us or Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
That's with anybody.
Oh, it's all of
I'm
them.
the world's worst
And,
at listening to.
And then I not skipped it, but I clicked on the next was the next one after the last Trapper one, Eric.
That was before.
Eric was
wasn't
before. We had Eric, we had Brad, and then we had Trevor Willard last week.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Trevor's just came out yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday
Yeah.
because I haven't listened to Trevor's yet.
Yeah. It was a good
I
one.
started it. I'm 3 minutes in, so I would venture to say that I haven't listened to
Yeah.
much of it.
it? So, I
Dude.
got some cool news coming up.
Pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. Swilly's expecting, not his wife, but Swilly.
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Swilly's been working hard, and you guys have listened to us mention about the real estate, and you had your test last week.
Yep, I passed it. So
Did you?
I don't got my license yet, but I got one more class to take, and then I got to try to find me a broker.
My man's.
Good job,
Then
dude.
I'll be
So-
excited about trying to help people.
You're trying to
Yeah.
intimidate people
Nah,
into buying,
no.
buying property.
If you
with
don't,
those
if you don't buy it, I'm going to feed you sardines.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I guess, by the way, I already told you congratulations, but not personally. I haven't told you, so congratulations on
I
that.
think you did
I know
say-
you've been studying a lot and then calling. And
That's a hard test to pass, isn't it?
He's not been Dustin in the last probably
I know,
really for the last week. Last week he was like zoned in, wasn't joking around like me and Dustin said. We're the class clowns here. They're at work, and he hasn't been the same. So I've kind of felt left
It's
out,
a stressful
actually.
test. I bought back into it for the second time, but I love what I'm doing here. I've got to get like 10 freaking videos edited and out before I can really focus, because I feel like if I'm on a computer, I got to get that done. But then real estate, I want to make a career. Mm-hmm. I got to get some stuff out like soon so I can get
Seems
on
like a lot
that.
of people that are doing the filming industry is in real estate.
A lot of them are, yeah, because
They get a lot of
you can
time.
set make
Oh,
your
yeah,
own
there's a
hours,
bunch.
and you can work hard at it and make some money, and then
You can work from home and sell something.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a pretty
it
good
fits,
industry for the
It
hunting
is.
industry.
It is.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
fits me and your personality too. Like I mean, like my biggest joy is to see somebody happy. Like if I can vibe with you and I can make you happy and I can really sense that, like that's what I'm about.
It's a
Like,
good
I
feeling.
don't care about
Yeah.
making money. Like I mean,
Yeah.
money will come
I want
to
to make
me,
a living, and
but
I want to
also-
have better time.
just
with what
like
I'm
we were
making a living
talking about,
with.
like hunting, being moral, ethical, and stuff like that. Like I don't care
You don't
about.
wanna
I want to
screw
kill a
somebody
big
up.
buck. Yeah, that's the point. But I want to also enjoy the process. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
like
couldn't be a real estate. Like I'll have a vehicle till it breaks down, and that sucker will
Oh,
rot in my
man.
yard.
I'm
Like,
the world's worst on
I will
vehicles.
not. I'm not a seller. So, and then
I just
And
went up.
and
I'm
I hate
good.
the feeling
I
of
had two.
Just now. opened
like
it.
I don't want to screw somebody, but
Yeah.
I don't know the.
Yeah, I can't
price
screw
of
somebody
things.
over. I can't do
I
that.
feel that like it would bother me to like screw somebody else over. If I knew that I was benefiting off of them, I think that it would bother me.
So this is the thing. Like I'm the same way. Like that's how my mom's been in real estate for the last I'd say 15 years. So like for the last 15 years, it's been boggled around. Like why don't you get into real estate? Your mom's a real estate agent. Like, I mean, but I keep telling myself, I'm like, man, I'm just not a people person. Like I'm not a salesman. I can't do that.
I think you're definitely a
But-
people's person, but
but
I think
like-
That's what I always tell 'em.
Well, then
there's a
that's
difference in
like
salesman
what
and
kind of
people
like came
person.
to me is like, okay, well, you're not a salesman, as in you are a trustworthy guy and you don't want to screw somebody. You're too honest of a guy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I'm going to tell you everything that's wrong with this, and then come to find out in real estate, that's exactly what you have
You're
to
legally
do. You have
obligated.
to. Yeah. So I mean, like basically, you're not trying to talk them up. Like, hey, this is the best thing since sliced bread. That's
It's
illegal.
called due diligence.
Yeah, you can't puff something up, and make it look better. This is what it is. I will tell you everything about this. Let me know if you want it, and that's kind of how it is. So I don't have to.
To be fair, though, most people will finesse their way. Like most people have an agenda. Not house salesmen or whatever, but you having like a good like heart and like morals or whatever. There is still people that finesse their way around. Like you should buy this. This is kind of or whatever. But you're right though.
Yeah.
I think you'll be good with it. And,
I
and
think you will
Your
be, too.
honesty
Well,
is going to go further. It may not kick you off the gate because you're not a swindler, but like longevity, you're going to be there when the other guys fade out because they're just not
you're
more
not
there.
you're not a fab like just like
Yeah.
there and gone.
Yeah.
But I think that
good things will come around to good people.
I think it'll bring a lot of good opportunities and a lot of good people in my life, just like this podcast has done. Like, I mean, like I thank God every day for this. It's like, a lot of the conversations that we have on here and the people we've met, just, it's a blessing to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes, like, I feel like God wants you to get out of your comfort zone
100%.
sometimes to explore that blessing that he wants to give you. And that's what I exactly had to do with deciding to do this, because this is out of my comfort zone. Like, I mean, I don't like reading. I don't like anything like that. And it's like, sometimes like I'm like, well, maybe I got to do what I don't like to do. And then we're going to see where this leads me. And like, so far, it's like I've learned so much through reading, and it's like I've actually kind of like gained a new perspective of it. Like you'll be reading this book and you're like, man, I'd have never felt this feeling I'm feeling right now if I hadn't, chose to do this, but yeah, it's a new adventure. I think it'll be a good one. And the fact that I'm not quitting MODOT to do it. This is going to kind of be on my free time when I can do it.
It's nice you guys have the time. I don't know how I'm going to find the time, because I had 100 messages a day I couldn't get to because I have one break a day for 25 to 30 minutes. And for 10 hours a day, I usually have no service. I'm not supposed to have my phone on me anyway. Yeah. And then it's like it's hindering me from doing what I want to do. I need to be doing media and doing studying and talking to people. And I can't until I'm off work at 4 o'clock, and then it's 5 o'clock.
Family time,
Then at 5 o'clock when I get home, I have to leave the house at 5 a.m. It's like, dang it. I want to do real estate and make it a career, but it's almost like I'm going to like jump off the deep end, because if I don't like go for it, I'm going to end up losing a lot of possibilities by not going full force in it. Yeah. If I wait till Friday to be able to do business, if my off days are in, I missed every other day that week of showing people and talking to people.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know too that I'm praying for you, and I don't know the answer to all that. Yeah. Like it is going to be a tough one. Yeah. But like, the biggest thing I know is, like that Bible verse that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Your own understanding, like you can't see. Yeah. I always say like when you do go to make a big decision or something like that, it's like the headlights on your car at night. You can't see past that. You don't know what's past that. Yeah. But you just focus on that little bit right there. Yeah. Just the next little step, like the next 10% of your class. Like let's knock that 10% out. Then we focus on the next 10%. Like when I started doing all this classes and stuff like that, I thought it was a mountain.
Oh man, yeah. You look at it,
and then like now I'm on my last 45%, and I'm like, holy cow, it's almost here. Like you just got to keep that focus on that next little thing you do, and that goes with anything. Like anything you do in life, whether it's logging, family life or anything like that, and you're trying to do something, it's just like don't look at the big picture. Because if you try to look at the end goal,
it's a long way away.
That's a big mountain you got to climb. You got to look at that next little
small baby steps.
I think of it like when I'm dragging a deer up a hill, or even just walking up a hill. Like I pick out a tree up,
to get to here and to there.
I'm gonna make it to that tree right there, and then I
Yeah.
stop and take a breather or something. Then I make it up there, and before you know it, you're up at the top of the mountain.
Especially with today's age, like we all look at that immediate gratification. It's hard for us to look at a longevity and not be like, ooh, what? That's too much for me. And like you said, going to that next tree and then getting from that tree to pick out another spot and dragging that deer. Exactly. It's a good analogy. Like a really good analogy.
Yeah, that is too.
And I'm proud of you. Like the night before your test, I cut you off too. No, I said a prayer too. I'm like, man, like nobody deserves this opportunity more than anybody, but like you. Like you need this. You deserve this. You're one of the nicest, humblest, wholehearted guys I know.
Genuine guy.
And I want to see you. I want to see you be able to write that $20,000 check to me that I'm in need. You keep saying it.
I will.
I know. No, seriously. I want to see you have your own hunting property. I want to see you succeed, because you're never gonna have a big head on your shoulders. You're always gonna be the same Swilly that we all know, we all love. And I hope you have some money in your pocket to be able to do things in life.
You're gonna have a small head on those big biceps, is what it's saying.
Yeah, you better start putting some sardines on your eyebrows.
No, you're right, man. But what you said is right. Like everybody, no matter who it is, me, him, you, fucking anybody on planet Earth, people do work hard to get by. You
just to get by.
You got to find the time to make
and you
and the time and reason to try to pursue something better.
You're always going to have those goals. Like this is one thing I will, or not goals, but that one was
aspiration.
No, you're always going to have those things that jump in the way, like the lawnmower breaking down, the time that you don't have. You know, like you're always going to have those setbacks that you're like, gosh, like it's not working out. Because like I will tell you, like when I sat down to do that test, dude, that was the most stressful thing I ever did. The lady had me pull my pockets out of my pants, pull my pants up above my knees, reach down in my boots, look behind my ears, take my glasses off, put my hat in a bag, turn my phone completely off, put it in a bag. I mean, she was just telling me all these things like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Put the bag on the back of your chair. Good luck. And then she stuck me in this cubicle, and I'm like, holy cow, dude, like that was the most stressed I've ever been in my life. I'm like, golly. So I like start going on a 140 question test, you know, and I'm like, and dude, like my mind is playing games on me this whole time. Like my mind's like preaching at me, like you're not smart enough to do this. Just get up and walk out. You know, like I kept having those thoughts.
You had
in my
the mental
head.
fortitude to get
And I was like, I remember I had to stop and just like take a breath. And I remember I prayed. I said, God, I said, help me understand that I can do this. Like, just give me the peace. And I'd just sit there and breathe for a second. And then I'd be like, okay, what's the question? You know, and then I'd have to slow down. I had to do that like 4 or 5 times through the whole test because like my heart would start racing. The anxiety would hit me. And I'm like, this ain't going to work out. Like, this ain't what do you think it is? You know, and it's
and then you go and pass it the first time with something that a lot of people cannot do.
So like,
proud of you.
So like when I hit the accept thing and it was loading results, I remember like I was just like, man, I don't know. I didn't really feel 100% There's a lot of those I kind of guessed on the answers.
Yeah.
And then like when
C's always your friend.
when those things popped up, pass, dude, like instead of like being like real manly and being like, you know, like pumped up about it, dude, like it was like a spiritual like
moment of relief.
Tears came into my eyes.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like I started breaking down. I remember I was just like, "Thank you, Lord, thank you." You know, like, and I was like, I have to sit here for a second, calm my emotions before I walk out there because that lady's gonna be like, "I guess you didn't pass," but like, no, I did, but I'm just really happy, like you know.
Yeah,
That sounded like me when I passed my CDL.
Oh man,
It was like, I don't know nothing about this stuff. I can't even drive a stick, and somehow I passed with a 6-speed, you know, manual. But
I'm so good.
well, dude, like, yeah, I mean, the whole journey of life, like, man, where I've come from, and even how I've done it, it's hard to like when I'm where I'm at now. Like, it's hard, and I'm not like I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, like you said, like better than anybody else because everybody has their journey. But like, it's just amazing to me, like where I came from where I was. And how I thought back then, you know, like I've conquered so many things that are just like I thought were impossible back in the day because my mind kept me there. You know,
it's a good feeling when you accomplish something that's been really worried. You know, you're worried about, and the feeling of achieving that and knowing that everything's going to be okay. You know, just putting everything on God, like your everyday life. You know, just. I know I'm going to be okay because I'm relying on Him. And just knowing it's hard to do that, you know, with everything. It's very hard to do that.
Yes,
and,
it is.
Once you feel like you can do that, you just don't have a better feeling like just not having to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's like,
Paying bills.
You know, like we were talking about that at work the other day. I don't know exactly what we were talking about, but remember I said something about like, best thing to do is just, you know, trust God. And you said, that's what you're supposed to do, but it's hard. And I said,
it's easy to say it.
That's easy to say that.
Yeah.
Very easy. And
Very
I'm
easy
talking from myself. Like I try, you know, like we talk about being thankful a lot, you know, like waking up in the morning and thinking of all the, sometimes like I feel like this morning, for example, this was a prime example of real life hits you in the face. I woke up this morning, my phone's ringing. And I was like, oh, I must be getting called out. And like, I was out of it, dude, like just totally out of it. And I look at my phone, and it's my boss calling. And I looked at the time, and it's 6:03. I'm supposed to be at work at 6.
Oh, boy.
I was like, hello? And he's like, you all right? I'm like, yep, I overslept. I was like, I'll be there in a second. He's like, I was just checking on you.
He
but
had
like,
on speaker.
Yeah.
but like, dude, like,
That's a crappy feeling.
like
I hate.
that will make your day go south real quick. And
I
like,
thought I woke up late this morning, but I can't take. I got my kids right now. I say my kids like I'm divorced. Alexa's gone on vacation, so I slept in till like 6 something. I'm like, oh no, I'm late, and I had to realize I got to get my kids to school. I can't drop them off till 7 o'clock. Like I was kind of frantic this morning when I first got up because I'm like, crap, I'm late for work. I hate that feeling, but it happens.
that first part of the morning, like a lot of times, like you ever notice, like if you wake up late, that the rest of your day is just off.
Yes,
and that's because I think like how you start your morning out every day is how the rest of your day will go. Like when I wake up on time. I say my prayers, brush my teeth, I get my rhythm going, I go to the gym, I'm in the zone. It seems like all my day is smooth, but when you wake up frantic like that, like I had to force myself. I get out there in the kitchen, and I'm like, gosh dang it. I'm thinking all these negative thoughts, like, gosh dang it, I hate this. And then it's like, thank you, God, for a job that,
they didn't call you, but like, hey, you're late, you're fired.
Yeah. And thank you for a boss that cares about me. And I'm trying to think of all this stuff because I was like, I have to direct my mind into a positive mode. And so, like, by the time I got there to work, I was just trying to think of funny stuff. And I mean, of course, all the guys gave me all kinds of riz.
I did too this morning. Like, oh, you finally decided to wake up? I'm like, hey,
we start at 6.
I'm on vacation right now. I have to take my kids to school. Like, oh. And then the next guy, oh, look at you, get your beauty rest. I'm like, I did this on purpose. I had to be here late.
Man,
but whenever I do show up late, it
sucks. Having to get your kids ready in the mornings and try to achieve to get to work on time will really, make you think, man, my wife actually does a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
It doesn't really set me back on, like, I give my wife crap on, like, hey, there's clean laundry everywhere, or dirty laundry everywhere. And I still give her crap, but I do really respect everything she does because she takes care of the kids all the time.
Yeah,
24/7, especially with me having a second job. I'm constantly gone busy, and then
don't say that because I'll be expected to have a second. Well, I say that I am going to do real estate eventually.
Yeah.
I'll eventually.
Well, I hope you achieve that.
I appreciate it.
And
one of these days.
Oh, you will. You will do it if that's what you want. You
it is.
It.
Yeah.
But just being gone so much, and then you have your hobbies that you want to go do. You want to go do with your friends or whatever. Yeah. So hats off to my wife. I appreciate everything she does. I couldn't be a stay-at-home dad at all.
No, I'd lose my mind, man.
Yeah, no, it's a constant worry. Or what's my 1-year-old doing?
Yeah.
One time I was doing that, and hello, kid.
Hey, don't Archer, get the dogs there, buddy. What, buddy? Okay. Hey, call Finn.
Uncle Dad.
It's a little setback.
Oh my, Colby.
Hey, you're not on the podcast.
Get over here, little jalapeno on a stick. Yeah, no, the wives do a lot. Mm-hmm. I complain a lot, but then just whenever I'm forced with taking care of all the kids, like, I'm not used to it, man. And then
the times where I really notice, like, on my downtime, like hunting or whatever, and it makes you really think of what all's going on in the world and blah, blah, blah. And it makes you really think, like, man, my wife actually does a lot. Like, I can't do the bill stuff. Like, I don't understand all of that. Yeah. So I kind of, like, rely on my wife to make sure, she like, alone. Yeah. Like, I can't go to the bank and talk to a loan person and, like, figure out if I can do it or not. Bank's going to give you whatever you want, pretty much. So I have her do just about everything.
Mm-hmm. Am I the only one, too, that has a hard time, like, voicing that to my wife?
Oh, I never do.
Like trying to tell her.
I always point out.
I really appreciate it.
I always point out the shortcomings.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like it's a given thing. Like I feel like, well, I've stayed with you this long. You ought to know I love you. But sometimes I feel like I need to come out and just like getting out of your comfort zone. Like, and then like sometimes when I do get out of my comfort zone, I'm like, hey, you look good today or something like that. She'll think it's funny because I don't ever say it. I'm like, I'm not joking. I really do think you're pretty.
I like your shoes.
Those are some good shoes. I'll bet you could run forever.
You tell a lot of person about those shoes.
That's how I feel when I compliment my wife. But I mean, I do try to be better at it because, like, I think for a woman, like they need like that. They need that encouragement.
They're so needy.
I know. Yeah. All we need is just a good deer to sink an arrow in.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for turkey season. I don't know about you guys.
I don't know.
I'm the person, like, I love turkey hunting, and then deer season comes around. I love deer season. It's like
I can't wait to get through turkey season. and get to deer season. I cannot wait. Like, I wish turkey season was one weekend.
No,
I could try it.
No.
I could fail.
Dude,
Be like, cool,
so,
that's
like,
done.
If you go to work right now and you look at our calendar where we're all right, our vacations, he's got like the next month off.
Yeah, I took.
He's going to Tennessee this weekend.
Yeah, this Monday I got to come in for the spring training.
Yeah.
Love that stuff. Then right after spring training meeting, I'm going to leave out to go to Tennessee for 3 or 4 days. I don't know. Depends on how the hunting is. I might try to. I want to bring my tent also because the buddy I'm going with, he's going to bring his nicer tent, I should say.
Yeah.
And then he's got to come back for work. So if I can't get nothing killed, I might stay there a little bit longer because, my wife and daughter in this cheerleading, traveling stuff that's very expensive, everyone. So if you guys, I better let them do it. But
Yeah, go
It's
for
very
it, right?
expensive.
Go for it.
Forewarned.
man, it like, not to kind of go down the rabbit hole, but that thing, I don't know. I probably told you guys earlier when we were kind of talking about this. We bought one thing so far at the concession stand there, and it was a bottle of water. Guess how much that bottle of water was?
$4.
$9.
No way.
St. Charles, yeah.
No.
And then this weekend, or not this weekend, but the weekend
You
I'm
can buy
going
a beer
to Tennessee,
anywhere else. It's still at $16 for a beer. Then you got $9 for a water.
yeah, for water.
It's insane.
It is unreal. And then like the tickets to get in, it's anywhere from 25 to 45 and 65 on one. I might lie about that.
Right now, fuel prices too.
Yeah, right now with fuel
Dude.
prices, it's unreal. So it's very expensive. Ava, you're lucky that your mom loves cheerleading. Otherwise, you'd be staying home and going hunting and stuff with me. But
Yeah.
anyways, but I might try to stay into Tennessee that weekend because they're going to be going on a Mississippi cheerleading competition deal. Then when I come home, that Monday is going to be our season, and then I'm going to be every day.
Yeah.
I might come in if like hunting around the house and nothing's happening, whatever. I'm having a bad morning, whatever. I might come in for a little bit, but I plan on having a vacation.
That's good.
Second weekend of turkey season, I think we're going to try to go up there at Leroy's.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, but I'll do
Your camp up there.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can swing up there
So
or something like that for a day or an evening and just hang out.
One of my best friends from the Marine Corps, I think he's going to come down from Ohio that second weekend, so we'll all come over there.
That'd be kind of cool to do another podcast.
I plan on it. I plan on bringing it over.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah. No, I loved it doing there at Leroy's and get old Teddy Bear over there. What we call him? Loggy Bayou. Yeah, it'd be good to get him back on and hopefully have a couple cussing stories over the turkeys we missed and a couple of successful stories over the turkeys we
you talk
killed.
about like me and Logan, dude, like turkey hunting. That's something that me and him has done religiously.
Yeah.
Like since we started hunting together, and me and him as a hunting duo, there's always going to be something. We're going to have a miraculous hunt,
Well,
but the finishing it is going to be screwed
like
up
last year,
somehow.
man, your boot fell in the fire. We gotta get Trevor down here, tell a couple of stories, and close it on up. It's getting kind of a little later, but poor Swilly, man. Damn boots last year. We were rinsing off at the river.
Yeah.
And you guys had already came home and you'd put stuff out to dry or whatever.
No, I set my boots up. I set my boots right by the fire pit because they got wet that morning with all the dew and stuff like that. And they were leather boots, kind of like these. Well, anyways, I stacked that fire up high with wood.
Yeah.
Well, I guess while we were down there bathing, I guess that log rolled off and just rolled right on my boots and just totally like lit them on fire.
We got over there and we're like, that's probably not supposed to be there. Too far gone. I mean, I tried to like get him out, and Trevor's like, you can't do nothing with that, man.
No, but-
Dang boots got on fire.
What did you have any other shoes to wear?
I think I did.
I thought you had to go buy.
We had
a
to
pair.
go buy some though.
He had like tennis shoes,
Oh,
but like
shoot.
he was a skater boy. He had some skater shoes with him, but I think he had to go buy a cheap pair of boots because they were incognito.
No, so here's a funny, real quick story about me and Logan on a screwed up turkey hunt. Like we hunted all morning one morning. It was a real kind of rainy, dreary, overcast morning, and I think we heard one bird on the roost. And after that, like, just wasn't hearing nothing. So we were driving around all morning trying to strike a bird up. Never heard nothing. And it got to be about probably 10:30, somewhere in there, We're driving down the road, and I just happened to look up. Like I said, it's overcast, cloudy, drizzly. And I just got to looking. Well, the sunlight was popping out, and I mean, it was just hitting this one ridge right there. And I was like, I looked at OnX, and it was government, and I was like, let's stop up here and see if there's a bird. Maybe that sunlight got a bird fired up on that ridge. Well, I hit my box call a couple times and one hammer, and I was
Good
like,
old
there
box
he is.
call. I don't have one anymore.
So we grabbed stuff, and we're and I mean, it couldn't have been no more perfect. Like the bird, it was a ridge on top of it, and we're walking down this 4-wheeler trail straight to it. And I mean, by the time he fired up on that call, he just and it just double gobbling, and we weren't calling or nothing, so we could just hear him. And we were walking up to him, and we get up to like right where the ridge top crest over. Well, he's right over on the, right down there on the ridge, and there's a big junk pile sitting right there. So we had all kinds of stuff to hide behind and slip up there really close. We get up there, and I can hear him drumming. So I told Logan, I said, slip up here by that tree right there. I said, I'm going to slide under this bush. And I said, I'm going to call. So he got set up, and I was like, all right, here goes. And I made just 3 little like that real quiet. And bird didn't gobble, didn't say nothing, but I could hear him go. And Logan couldn't hear it. So he's sitting over there by the tree, and I can hear that drumming just going around that ridge like that. And Logan looks at me. He's like, call again, call again. I'm like, no, get ready. He's right there. Well, anyways, next thing you know, I see Logan pop up like that. And I see that bird take off, and the gun's not doing anything. And I was like, what the heck, dude? And he's like, dude, my gun wouldn't go off. And anyways, like he ejects the shell out, and a shell falls on the thing, and he shoots. And it went off that time.
Dang.
And
No, remind me not to hunt Logan.
well, I picked up that shell, and I looked at it, and sure enough, the pin had dinged the primer.
I thought you were going to say it had already been fired.
It was already shot.
No, but I'd say it's probably that firing pin on that gun. But
Yeah.
that was like, I mean, it was like the best hunt. I mean, couldn't have worked out no better. We called it perfect setup to get there. We got set up on it, and it was just like,
I've had
something
guns,
has to go wrong.
I've had a Charles Daly that didn't go off a couple times. Then it ended up going off in the house on me. I put a shell in it and breached it up, and it fired. Shot right underneath my chin and went through the ceiling.
God,
Scared me to death. I went outside. I'm like, was that me that done it? And I was pointing down range, put a shell in it, breached it up. Boom! I'm like, holy shit. Scared, man. Like it was a little bitty short 410. It would have been easy to have been like, well, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
It shot right underneath my chin. Like it scared me bad.
Yeah.
Scared me bad. But yeah, it didn't go off on me. I missed 2 turkeys, 2 opportunities because that didn't go off. Then the times it did go off was me loading about shot myself. Like safety, dude. Just that is. I load my guns a lot of times. I mean, I know actually you're not supposed to actually load your guns and travel with them. Like, I know me, I'm not going to shoot a deer or turkey out the damn window anymore, but I get it. So I'm trying to be diligent and not load until I'm out in the woods. Yep. And that's another instance of why you don't, because you're inside the house just like, oh, whatever. I had a 12 gauge on the couch. I picked up my 410 and I put a shell in it, and I was turning around to like go walk outside to shoot to see why it hadn't fired. And I'm like that, breached it up, and it shot. And I'm like, what the hell? Smoke's in the house. There's debris falling off the ceiling. I can smell gunpowder. I'm like,
you're looking up at the hole, and your wife's looking at you.
Am I at the pearly gates? Because this don't look like it, Yeah. And it's that damn 410, man. And and then after that, I got a 410, and I ran over it with a Yukon.
Son.
But it's right over there. It still shoots. I put a red dot scope on it. Oka's going to shoot it this weekend. Just
didn't hurt though.
No, it bent the barrel a little bit. It shoots us a little bit off now at 30 yards.
Yeah.
But
you know how they bend those back out?
I've heard of a few different ways.
I watched a buddy one time. He took it, put it, on sandbags and like literally beat the barrel.
That's what you were saying,
back.
sandbags.
Yeah.
It's just slightly off.
You would think he's like doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
But no, they actually got to put your butt into it.
Yeah. If it was an expensive gun, I would try to do it. It's a $200 Stevenson 401 turkey gun.
Yeah. I want to get one for my daughter.
Dude, it's you can hold it here in a minute. Like that thing is. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've held them before.
Yeah, it's so light, and it'll shoot. It'll kill a deer.
To get a hold of.
They are very hard. They were hard. Yeah, and that's why I grabbed them shells.
Kind of going to the 410s.
I was looking at the prices. Like I first bought them, it was $37, 42, then 44. I don't know what they cost now, but I know
like 69 for 410 right now.
No kidding.
I was thinking about buying.
I'm gonna take a leap. Go ahead.
Here, Larry.
I want when we get back, when Trevor gets back, I want to kind of go over what our shotgun setup is this spring, and we'll close it up after that. Sounds good. Be right back. You guys need a water or anything?
I'm good. I still have one.
Okay. Right back.
While he's gone, Run through a setup, like your setup on like how you would approach a gobbling bird. What do you do?
Well, the first thing I try to do is figure out where he's at on my Onyx. I try to get to the very top of him. If he's on the point, I try to get above him. Always try to get above him from my experience. But I try to get above him, try to get as close as I can. I try to not, it depends on how the terrain is. I don't want to be sitting in the briar thicket and trying to call him across the briar thicket, or, say a fence line or something. He really ain't going to probably cross that or be able to without flying. But just try to get above him and try to kind of get as close as you can.
Without calling first?
Yeah.
Try to get as close?
Yep. Try to get as close as you can. Now, I mean, it just depends on how the terrain is. If it's 200 yards, you could see across through there, which in reality, you ain't going to be able to do that in our woods anyhow.
Yeah.
But just try to get as close as you can and try to sit down and make sure you're ready before you even make your first call. I've been watching a lot of hunting public guys, and Aaron Ward would say, and they pretty well kind of prove it. He'll kind of, this is the tree I'm going to sit, but I'm going to go 30 yards over here and make my first call and then come back to his tree and set. And a lot of times when suckers will show up right there where they'll be looking there. When they pop the ridge, whatever, they're going to be looking
at where that sounds.
Because them suckers can hear really good. They can pinpoint really good. That's what I'm trying to say. Now then, if them suckers can smell, you'll never kill them.
No kidding.
No, you never kill a turkey. They can smell.
You'll never. But,
that is a good tactic. Calling 30 yards and then going sitting down somewhere.
I never knew that really until this year, and now I've never done it. So I'm going to try it a little bit this year and see how it goes. But I mean, you're going to be making a call right there where you're sitting. So
when you're like really close, like you're right there, and you snuck up as close as you can to him, you picked out a tree, you're going to sit down. Like, what's the first call you're going to go to?
Oh, straight up per cluck.
A per cluck?
Yeah, just purr and a cluck.
I learned how to do that this week. Finally, I can purr.
Can you?
Mouth call.
Yep.
How do you do it? With like a gargle, or do you do it with your lips?
I get my lips to move first with a light middle tongue pressure and just straight wind over the top of it. Just. But I haven't been able to do it. But you gurgle?
No, it's kind of like a gurgle, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just I don't know if my tongue's doing it or that little punch bag.
Mine's
in the
my
back
lip.
throat.
Mine's just my lip.
That dangly thing?
Yeah.
Dangling.
The lips works. I mean, it really don't take much to call one in, but because I got friends that do it with their lips, and then not a whole lot of people can do the gargle deal. I mean, I say not a whole lot of people. In my friends group,
I would say
there's not a lot
most people can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't.
They say the purr with the mouth call, the purr is about the hardest to do. To me, it's cutting. I mean, like I can't get, like I can cut, but not like a lot of people. Like you hear a lot of these people be calling, they'd be yelping, and then they'll cut in the middle of just a one cut, and then go right back to yelping. Yeah. I'm trying to practice that.
Definitely depends on calls too.
It is hard. Yeah, it is. It all depends.
The calls I'm using right now that I just bought, they're a Woodhaven. Never bought them, but I've never been able to purr on a call.
Yeah.
And these I've been like in the loader, just mess with them. Like, oh shoot, like I could sound just different enough to maybe make them interested.
It's different. The more rasp, better for the purr.
Yes, they're rasp.
So like a ghost cut, it's more of a higher pitch kind of sound to me, and it's harder. And it's
this one's a bat wing and a triple threat. I call it triple threat.
Do you like the raspier?
I do like the raspier, but I'm kind of going towards the ghost cut because I could still get that purr. I might not like that purr, but like I said, turkey, you don't really care.
Yeah. Turkeys themselves sound like shit sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
A hen right there all fired up. She'll miss go it.
Yeah, that's more of a Jake, but but so I'm going towards more of the ghost cut because I
like that name.
I know that there's a lot of controversy towards the crawling decoys, and I've been using one here the past couple of years, just trying to get closer and with the crawling deal, it helps. It seems like Not a lot, because I've scared way more birds than I would like to count.
Yeah.
But I like to do fight and purr and a whine kind of a deal. Just a woo-woo kind of deal.
Yeah, I can't
when I'm
do
doing
that.
it.
I was trying to whistle the other day. I got like 4 of them in.
Yeah.
Like the Kiki run or whatever.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That one, listen to good callers, and then to when I try to kiki, it don't sound the same to me, but it's still kind of like the same syllables kind of deal. So I feel like it would still work, but the kiki run don't really work for me. But just that whine deal, and all it is you got to find whatever cut you got the combo cut or whatever. You got to find that it's usually the biggest open cut, and that's going to be your higher pitch sound. And most of the time, that's where you're wanting to project your air to make the sound of that call. And the ghost cut is going to be right straight down in the middle. You just kind of put a little bit more pressure, and it'll squeal kind of a deal. You just kind of work with it. And
really feel a lot on your
eventually-
tongue too. Vibration.
Yeah. My wife
Tickles me.
Yeah,
Bad.
So
or like shocks feeling.
my daughter wanted to use a mouth call the other day, so I cut it down and pretty well cut it all the way down to just the bracket, you know, on it, and it still had the tape on it. So my wife put it in and tried to mess with one. First time she ever did it, she made the sound, but it made such. It kind of hurts, kind of a deal. Of a tickle, and it
just
did
said
that
that.
to her.
It almost
and she
feels like a
acts
shocking.
She got shocked.
It feels like it's like a 9-volt battery to your tongue.
Yes.
It's 9 volt.
Yeah,
Like,
9-volt battery.
It's exactly what it feels
she
like.
Jumped up like she got shocked, and she threw that thing down. She said, "That hurt. I'll never do that again." I laughed my butt off.
When you get used to it, it just
great.
doesn't work. Or you realize you're putting too much pressure on the front of your tongue. That's what I usually feel. And I start rolling my tongue a little bit, getting a little bit more of that flat pressure, and it just seems to roll over. And now I'm no turkey caller, but like I can just do basic things. I can
just getting
I
that
can
purr
usually,
down. You're doing a lot more.
Yeah,
than
dude,
a lot
I
of
figured it out. I can do a purr a little bit. Like I can make it maybe work. If I'm out of breath, huffing and puffing up a hill, probably won't be able to do it. But I think in a calm situation to where I have time to not be out of breath and get my thoughts, I think I can do it and kind of add it in. I'm anxious to see
really
what it's going to do.
too, because obviously beginning
In
of
the
the season,
face
I'm out of
mask.
shape.
Yeah, well,
The
I don't-
tight face mask, you can't.
You can't
to
do
me,
'em.
I can't do it.
I can't
I
call
don't
them.
like it. So that cheap HS strut
Yeah.
mask,
those are the-
is
those
way
are
to
key.
go. And they're kind of hard to find sometimes.
Yes,
so
they are.
Last time I found them, I bought like 3 of them.
Yeah.
and
That's
been
the
rocking
easiest
same
to call
one.
with.
We'll lose them nonstop.
Yeah.
I do pretty good at not losing them things. Now gloves is a different story.
Yeah.
Actually, I've done good with the last pair I've had for the last 3 or 4 years, probably. But
While we're still talking about camouflage, I'll plug in Vika real quick. Vika camouflage out of Mountain Home, Arkansas.
They
I think
are
Mountain
out
Home?
of Arkansas. Mountain something.
Yeah,
I would
me
guess.
and Trevor's ran Vika for the last
2 years. No, this will be the second year.
It'll be second year. First year, actually, turkey season. I'm excited to see what it does. It's not quite green enough yet to where I think my lighter color is going to be. I don't think it's going to be bad, but they do have a dark color and a light color camouflage, and it definitely will coincide with whatever season you're kind of in or your area of hunting. But Vika, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool gear. It feels good. It looks good. It's been functional. Like I've used it and put it through the ringer. We both have. We've been successful with it. We've been comfortable wearing it out. They have awesome, just regular apparel. Look them up. Check it out. Like if you want to do something different and not be with your big box store companies, these guys are fairly fresh in the industry, but they're growing and they have some pretty cool stuff. Like I definitely would check it out and give them an opportunity.
The quality of their stuff lasts.
Yeah, it does, and it's like your middle of the road. It ain't your Walmart stuff, but it ain't your Sitka. It's like in the middle of that. Like you're still going to pay for it, but you're going to pay for good quality gear.
Yeah, and I would label that as good quality.
It's
gear.
good quality gear. So I'm just talking about that. We're talking about the face masks. So some of their face masks, they have some that are not quite like tight, but like the ones on the built-in hood is semi-tight. So I may not be able to, and I'm just not fluent with calling. Some guys can just call no matter what. But if I don't have my mouth free and not pressured, like I have a hard time making calls.
I've tried the face mask that are tight.
Yeah.
It just don't work for me. I just can't.
I like how they stay
It
put.
like sucks
but
in my mouth.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. But
I had a guy one time. He wasn't very good at it didn't sound like a professional turkey caller. You know what I'm saying? But he killed turkeys all the time, and he always said it's more important to know where you plant your butt than where it is than how
Oh,
you sound.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no one. I didn't realize that turkeys, they will go. What is it? They'll go uphill more than they will go downhill. Mark
yeah.
Drury was talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Always
because
try
I
to go
always end up.
uphill.
Yeah, because I've always end up. Not always, but like where we're at, I call them ridge runners. They're on top of the ridge. Well, there's a reason why. Because they want you to come to the top of the ridge, not them go down. And I'm always how many times I got them hung up just over a little bump. I cannot get them to come down.
Yeah.
Every great once in a while, though, you'll pull one, something like across the property line. Last year, I went on a hunt with a buddy, and he pulled one, or we pulled one across the property line. Didn't get him killed, but he pulled. It was like big. It was steep, but it wasn't too stupid, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the bird had been better off to pitch off and fly to us than what he did, but he crossed a big ravine to get to us. So every once in a while, you can do that, but I always try to get above them.
Yeah, it definitely,
if possible.
It definitely has an advantage to do that.
Yeah.
What's I want to run through everybody's shotgun system this spring and then kind of close up from there. But you know, everybody, we've got amazing technology with your 410s, your 20 gauges, your 12 gauges. Like, what are you rolling with? Is it scenario based, or you got like one gun that's going to be good for all?
Well, I got 2 guns that I run, and it's pretty pricey nowadays for sure, but it was pricey at that time too. I bought a 12 gauge Beretta A400 for my 12.
Sweet.
Sweet gun, bottom land. I run a Jeb's Headhunters edition. Couldn't tell you the restriction. I ran it. I've probably had that since 19 probably, and
Shout out Headhunters.
I have put I've put it through the ringer actually, crawling. It's kind of beat up, scratched up. I mean, it's my hunting gun. Like I'm gonna take it. But now, this will be my 3rd season with it, but I didn't get the trust into it until last year. Thank you, Lord, for TSS. You know, my 20 gauge. I have a Beretta A300 Ultima. I can't remember but it's a Beretta A300. Same thing, Jeb's choke. Yeah, Jeb's Headhunters choke. And it's a great gun. Like, I love it. It's light. I run a Burris Fastfire 3 maybe on
Burris
it.
on it?
Yeah. I really like the red dot deal now.
I'm slowly getting into the red dots.
Yeah, with my eyes getting a little bit worse every year, kind of a deal. Wherever my head's at on that gun, as long as that dot's on that head, you're good to go.
Yep. You're not having to lean over and try to find a bead, and you can kind of keep both eyes open and watch turkey. And when it comes in, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
And man, I know they're pricey right now. I do not recommend buying them right now. But the TSS, I shot the Longbeard, the tungsten Longbeards, not the XRs because that's the copper plated ones. But the Longbeards, I've shot them. They're 3-inch, 9-shot. And then I compared them to the Longbeard XRs. Holy cow.
I've got some Longbeard XRs.
The XRs are like 10 pellets, if I remember right, in the head to, I couldn't even count that many.
Really?
Yeah. But it's a
they
sweet
do
setup.
slap.
They do. They kick harder too.
Well, I guarantee it.
They kick harder.
Yeah.
You'll know it, especially with a 12 gauge.
Yeah. Yeah. It don't have any forgiveness.
Swill,
what are you running?
I got a 870 old real tree camo that I bought off of a guy. I don't even know what choke's in it, honestly.
Yeah.
I bought it off this old boy, and he told me when he sold it to me, he's like, now this gun's won a lot of meat shoots. And I was like, okay, whatever. But since then, I mean, I've dropped a lot of turkeys at like 60, 70 yards.
No kidding.
And I mean, this sucker, knock on wood, it hadn't missed yet. When I shoot a turkey. So like I've got,
you screwed up.
Yeah,
I've got high.
Should have said it.
There was some wood there. No, I'll miss one day, but no. Honestly, like I've got a conglomeration of shells. I've got a lot. I've shot a lot of Longbeards. I've got some Federals. I've got a bag of turkey hunting shells because I don't kill very many turkeys.
I'm the same way. I've got 2 boxes there.
Yeah, like I mean, I'll buy. I don't know when the last time I bought turkey shells was. Like honestly, I've got a bag, and every year I load my gun. And usually I unload my gun, and it's like, well, that's what it is. But
do you guys through the turkey season? Obviously, it's going to rain. I mean, it's spring. It's going to rain, and your shells get wet, and you just they kind of start corroding, do you guys kind of like freak out, like probably shouldn't shoot them, kind of a deal? Not bad corroded, just they'll kind of get that discolor kind of a deal.
It's got to get pretty bad.
So
Me, I'm like, I don't want to screw up a hunt. I'm going to put a new shell in that thing that's fresh.
My mind's like,
I'll
paid
just
all that
use
money for them
them for
shells.
a backup shell kind of a deal, you know?
Yeah.
I dug some shells out the other day out of my truck that had probably been in there for 10 years. I'm like, hey, there's some extra turkey.
I found 1 or 2 410s. I threw them in my 410 box.
There's no worse
But they look
feeling
good.
than sitting on a bird. You
Yeah,
work that
dude.
bird hard as you can, you know, and you finally come in and you go
Clink.
click.
Yeah, I've had it happen twice a couple of years ago when that 410 went off
Yeah,
on me.
that-
It made me so mad because me, like, that's like the first year I ever called in turkeys and killed them. I've only killed a few turkeys in my life. I'm just not a turkey hunter. I've always been unsuccessful. But like, I'm like, man, I'm finally getting decent enough to where I can call birds in and I can kill them. And I self-filmed them with a main camera
Yep.
Hey,
and
that's
secondary
hard to do.
camera. It's hard. I'm like, hell yeah. And then I had to get away from me because the gun didn't go off.
Yeah.
And it was because the firing pin was messing up. The whole reason why it went off on me, fire pin was sticking. It wasn't going off when you pull the trigger. It was punching itself whenever you I call it breaching a gun up. I don't know what you actually call it, but yeah. What are you shooting, Trevor?
I don't know yet.
Anyway, here's what I'm shooting.
No, Dad has his 410 set up the exact same one as you, and I
Yeah.
thought about shooting that. But
It's cool. Them 410s are awesome.
They are.
yeah,
I like to kill one. I mean,
Yeah.
with the 410, just to say I did.
Dad,
Yeah.
Dad killed one. God, it's probably been 3 years ago. He killed one at 71 yards with the 410
Wow.
with TSS shot, and that's just
It's changed the game.
Yes, it
Oh,
has.
Like
yeah.
when it hits a turkey, there's no comparison. I mean, it's like
what was the
taking
max?
a 2x4 and whacking one in the head compared to a feather
that's-
whacking one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I
It's
lied.
a
That's
big
been
difference.
longer than 3 years ago. That's been like 4, maybe
Been a minute.
4 years ago. But when could you kill a turkey at 45 yards?
Yeah, no kidding.
With a 410, let alone 71
Yeah.
yards.
I would say 20 yards is pretty pushing it for with the shells back in the day.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I was talking to listening to like David Hale in Night and Hale game calls, and he said, before 25, 30 yards with a big shotgun was, wow, you kill one that far,
Yeah.
and now when you can kill one that far, I'm not condoning to do that all the time,
No,
but like I've shot 2 birds at over 40 yards with the 410, and I rolled a coyote and killed it at 33 steps.
Yeah.
It's like,
I rolled.
are you
one
kidding
last
me?
Year at like 7 steps with my shotgun.
7?
Yeah. No. It.
I missed
It
a
did the
turkey at
number on
45
that
yards
thing.
Yeah.
or 47 yards 3 years ago. At 45, missed. Well, that was a 12 gauge, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're shooting a pellet that's doing its own thing, but I'm going to be shooting the Stevenson 401 410. It's got a Carlson TSS choke on it. I just put a Bushnell. It's not a halogen. It's
Oh,
not,
yeah, like a
it's
React
not. Yeah, it's
side
not.
or-
It's not one of those. It's more of like a little. It's over there. You see it. A little tube scope, red dot. I'm gonna have my daughter shoot that this weekend, Oakley. I just picked up an Escort 20 gauge youth model, which it ain't really a youth size.
I was kind of looking at it up there. I didn't really
and
know what brand it was.
I picked up a Carlson choke. What it says online to buy, and of course, like every time I do this, it doesn't fit. So Trevor went and got me just a True Glow. Was it True Glow? I think.
yeah,
Turkey
it's True
choke
Glow.
be good enough for me.
That's
If
the
I
only
can,
one they had. The only
That-
20 gauge they had. And I was like,
that'll
can
work.
Can I try this
Yeah.
before I buy
well,
it?
if I'll shoot it, and if it doesn't do what I love,
really let you do
I'll
Huh?
They let you do that, huh?
Yeah.
try it till you buy it.
There was a guy behind the thing that I said, "Can I walk out to my truck?" And they're like, "As long as you have this receipt."
Yeah.
and this.
He went and
I said,
shot
"I'll
it in the
I
do
parking
took that
lot.
wrong. I was
He went
like,
and shot it in the
can I
parking
make
lot.
sure this thing batters right? Just
No, not pattern. Just
He's like, "Can I
like
use one of
fit."
y'all's
just
targets?"
fit it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she said, as long as you have the receipt in the original packaging, you can return it whenever.
It's funny. My Uncle Mel, like, he's been getting into shooting skeet and stuff. Like, somewhere in Illinois, just outside of St. Louis, there's a, like, golf and shooting skeet kind of deal. It's like they ride around golf carts and go to each station and shoot skeet. Kind of weird deal. Well, anyways, he was down and he was shooting guns, patterning guns before turkey season last year, and he had this bag, and it was one of those fanny pack deals, because I messed with him about it, and he pulls out every bit of 50 chokes. I'm like, duck hunting chokes, turkey chokes. Like, he was like, here, try this, and try this, and try this. I'm like, Uncle Mel, I was like, them things probably won't fit my gun, kind of a deal. But, like, blew my mind how many chokes this guy has. I mean, it was unreal. And this guy has a lot of guns, and you guys ought to meet Malcolm Mill. Like he is.
Tell him
great.
to come
He's
on.
Funny. He's funny. He will never. He would never. No.
You know,
But-
the microphones and headphones. It's
It's just they're just no. You just have to know him. He would never do it. But he's very advocate hunter. You know, very well known in Carter County. But anyways, good dude. It just blew my mind on them chokes.
Yeah.
Like, why would
The
you buy
amount.
that many?
Yeah.
I'll be like that
I know you
eventually.
don't have that many shotguns,
Yeah.
but knowing him, he probably would actually.
Never know what you're gonna need.
No kidding.
Jeb's chokes. I mean, they're great. I'm trying to think. Kickers are real good too. I remember one year, for that A400, it was like 2 or 3 days before turkey season. I'm like, I'm overnighting this choke. It was like $150. I was like, I gotta have it though, And I overnight got it the night before turkey season. Didn't even pattern it. I went out there. Couldn't tell you if I killed anything that day or not, but I paid $150 for that thing. I was like, this is an arm and a leg, but I just gave $1,700 for this gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're like $3,000 now for the A300s. Have you seen the new Berettas?
I don't pay attention because I don't have $1,000 in all my shotguns combined.
Yeah.
I don't gun.
either.
I don't use guns. I just
200, 300 grandpa's old shotguns work just as good as
Yep.
these
Yeah.
guns.
well the same. Like when I buy them 410s, they're $200, and they killed turkeys at 40 some steps. I'm like,
Some might
Wow.
kick cards, some might not.
Yep.
I tell you, probably the number one gun that most people would know what you're talking about is 870 Express.
Yeah.
870 period. Them are a very good gun. My dad had one, and I killed a few turkeys with it here in UC's.
I've got a 500 Mossberg called Old Ugly. I think it's might be over
hate-
there.
I hate my Mossberg 500.
I love mine.
Do you?
I love mine.
I've had some bad luck. I remember when I was a kid, my dad
I don't
called
clean
it
it.
three birds.
It's rusty. It shoots.
You know what kind of choke I'm gonna run? The same one I've ran my whole life. None.
Yep.
Never ever ran a choke in my life. I've killed. I've
You
killed.
might not even be able to get a choke in it now. The thread's probably being
Yeah.
shot out.
I've killed quite a good, decent amount of turkeys. Never ever had
Do
a
you
choke
think
in my
with the
gun.
chokes, and you're like, hey, this ain't a TSS choke, you think that actually matters, or you think this is
I think
I bet
that's
it doesn't. I
mental.
bet it
I think
doesn't
I think
matter.
it's a selling deal because I know mine don't say that it's a TSS.
My buddy,
Yeah.
well, he sent me what was it? It was TSS, Longbeard, XRs, and federal certain types of. He sent me at 45 or 50 yards. I don't know. I was talking about it the other day, and the best ones by far was the Longbeards.
Yeah.
By far.
Just straight lead, copper, whatever you
I don't
wanna
know.
call it.
You.
Yeah, that's been bothering me. It's still
You
there. Hell
What
yeah.
was it?
Turn to your
It's
left.
a hair.
I don't think it's attached either.
Ow! Wow.
That was attached.
I think it's a Milo hair. It's my long hair cat.
You know what I'm talking about, Hunter.
The only one with a beard.
Yeah. Dustin can grow one, but it gets
It's a
scaly,
see-through.
so-
It's kind of like a see-through beard.
Yeah. Man, I need to learn how to manscape with this thing. I mean, it's like
I got some
Bad.
scissors.
I've got a long way to go.
And a
I
short
don't,
time to
like,
get there.
I don't even know how to brush my hair off, so you could tell. I mean, I ain't paying $20.
It looks
for a
like you
haircut.
brush your beard.
Yeah.
I brushed it before I came here. I'm like, I don't want to be.
You don't want to
looking like, this
You don't
guy
wanna-
looks homely. Where do they find this guy?
You don't want to look bad on a podcast that people listen to. I mean,
Yeah.
I try
I mean,
to
people
live to
can
the
tell
T
I'm
of Paul
ugly just by
Bunyan, you know?
we look good on radio.
Look good on the radio.
Well, fellas, it's been a lot of rambling, but a lot of good times.
Oh
tonight.
yeah.
Yeah. It actually, however long we've been on here, it don't really.
It doesn't
seem-
feel it's about right. 2 hours and 22 minutes. We started a little bit later. We had some issues.
I feel like a lot of times on these podcasts, like people ought to just like fast forward to the first like 30 minutes, and that's when it gets good. You know,
yeah,
like, that's how-
we kind of get on topic, and all of a sudden, boom, we're in left field
Oh,
again.
it's been a roller coaster on the.
Yeah.
Well, I just like I don't ever want to be like, so
What are we gonna
question
talk
3
about?
was, did you really shit your pants this morning? As a matter of fact, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, did you? No, I did shit myself a few days ago.
I
Literally,
shit-
my underwear is underneath my driver's seat right now.
Why didn't you throw it out the window?
I sharted. I was walking out to my car. I'm like,
I shit
oh,
my
never
pants
trust a fart.
yesterday, and I threw them out my car. Or wait,
No, dude, I kept mine. I'm gonna wash them and reuse them.
right hand to the Holy Spirit.
One of those guys
It
that
was-
keeps his hunting glove after
Yes.
he wipes himself. It's like,
No, it wasn't yesterday. Day before
Where do you get that face
yesterday.
paint from?
You kept your underwear?
I like lightly liquefied my
No,
pants.
I didn't liquefy them.
I had to get naked in my driveway, take my underwear off
And you put them in your car?
underneath. Yeah, I didn't like full on shit them, but it was like it was wet.
Ugh. Dude, no way I would.
one
fucking-
I had
funny
fun.
story about that. One time I was deer hunting and crapped myself. Well, I went ahead and cut off my underwear for like 3 years in a row. That underwear hanging in the same tree for years. It seemed like I remember there were American Eagle, there were red, and it was
Fancy.
a white. Yeah, it was a white, eagle on the thing. And I just every time I looked over there and
With
seen
a
that,
brown
I'm like,
pinstripe.
Oh yeah, it was probably more honestly.
Pinstripe.
It was bad
a
enough
white
that I had to
stripe.
cut them dudes off.
That's
But
funny. Trevor likes digging through dirty toilet paper to find his wiping.
Yeah, I've done that before. At a bar.
man,
I went to the bathroom one time to take a shit at a bar. And then after I was done, it was messy. There was no toilet paper left.
None.
And listen, swear to God, I never once thought about using my socks or my underwear. I started piffling through the dirty.
What the heck, dude?
Finding the
That
least.
one don't look too bad.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you're 3 sheets to the wind and
I
not
was-
in the right state of mind because that
He told me
pretty
that.
low.
I'm like, why did you not come out sockless?
Scott was depressed.
That's worse than flipping through the yellow pages.
No, I'm serious. If I've ever told the truth in my entire life, I swear to God that's the truth.
Man,
And
that's
I
a
dug
good
through
one.
it for a while. God, the taste.
It's just like that. Go out there and fling some arrows and Swilly.
Stay wild.
We'll see y'all next
We'll
time.
see you guys.
See you next time.